Wow.
Okay.
Twitter, like, messed up, dog. We could have like posed or something. Like,
Look, I had to get the tweet out first. You guys can feel free to take your own pictures. It's okay. All right.
I wasn't ready.
Well, it's a little late now.
I wasn't ready.
Like 2 people. Well, 1, 2, 3.
I like getting the candidates. Okay, so. All right, everybody. Well, welcome to the stream, and we have some lovely guests today for the podcast. Pretty much the most guests we've had on the show at one given time. So, pretty impressive stuff. But yeah, so I'm gonna go around the room and let everybody introduce themselves a bit before we get started. So starting from the top with the lovely, that's so Alley Cat herself. But the most to say a minute ago. So. Tell us a bit about yourself, your stream,
Okay. I'm on my best behavior today. Hi, everybody. I'm That's So Alley Cat. I'm a variety streamer here on Twitch. I love to drag people on Twitter, and I love video games and everybody. And I also named the Cookout. I was the Cookout person. And Denny didn't like the name. I got to tell the story. Denny's like,
okay,
go again.
Still telling this facade here.
To
but
put
okay.
in the ballot box. But look at God. Okay, there we go.
Hey, Denny, she dragging you right now.
I'm used to it.
Hello, everybody. My name is Chani Chico. I'm also a variety streamer on Twitch and part of the Cookout. I love all sorts of games. Right now, I'm kind of hooked on Dead by Daylight, even though it brings out a very toxic side of me.
At least you're honest.
Yeah, but it's a lot of fun. Just do a lot of different variety of games. So, a lot of horror too. Horror games. I can't say that word.
Sounds good. Well, I'm glad to have you. All right, next up is TJ.
Hello, everyone. My name is TJ the Extroid. I have been a part of the Cookout for quite a while. My stream focuses primarily on horror games and games with a horror aspect, but I do play a lot of RPGs, story-based games, and recently I've been raging in Dark Souls, so there's that. And falling off all the cliffs to my death. That's also been a thing because of the camera. Thanks, game. That was great.
I know. I've been watching. It's been hilarious.
It's been pretty bad.
It's good.
All right. Well, Cereza, you're not new here, but we still want to hear from you. So go ahead and tell the people a bit about yourself.
Hi, I'm Cereza Ballad. I'm a sweetheart. I am a variety streamer on Twitch. I recently have been playing Jurassic World Evolution. Raptors are bad children. Don't make them. Well, I got them to behave this time. Now it's the Brachiosaurus. Like, you think the herbivores would be fine, but no. But
those crafty herbivores, I tell you.
yeah. But I really want to get into seeing what my community wants me to play. I have so many games, but I've been avoiding my horror games because I'm a chicken. But I want to play those reluctantly.
Hey, I think people like watching horror games. It sounds like a plan to me.
I don't mind them watching. It's just me having nightmares when I go to sleep. That's the issue.
All right. Well, last up here is Sham.
Hello, everyone. My name is Shamanam. I am a Final Fantasy XIV focused broadcaster, and I also dabble into variety. I've been streaming for about almost 5 years now on the platform. So I love everyone. I treat everyone with respect. It's a nice, safe community, safe place to just let your hair down or off or whatever that you plan on doing. But yeah, we have fun and we enjoy it. We're starting to get into variety, so we're weaving in a lot more Sims, some Warframe, and I think there's one other game that we're weaving in. Oh yeah, we're going to be playing Dream Daddy on Saturday.
Oh, okay.
Yes. I was thinking about buying that. That looks.
Do you know who your daddy's gonna be?
I haven't a clue.
I want to look at the goth.
I'm an open-ended, open spectrum. We'll see. I may have a little bit of a preference, but
don't go after Craig. He's toxic.
Oh wow.
Oh,
Noted.
Wow.
Spoiling already for me.
mm.
All right, so to start things off, we always have kind of a little chit chat, and usually Telia would be here, but her son's a bit sick, so he's taking care of him. But usually,
get well medicine.
yeah, they're doing a little something, but he's been sick a couple days, so hopefully he starts feeling better. But usually she would ask, "What have you guys been cooking in your life right now? What kind of food?" So I'm gonna go around. Are you guys actually cooking any food right now? Got any recipes, anything to share with the group that you ate in the last week that you made yourself? That was.
It's been a while.
Whipping the vehicle
I don't know if I should share it again. That's the last
What
time.
left?
So.
It's been
Okay.
a couple weeks since I've cooked, but I think the last thing that I actually baked was a sweet potato pie.
Ooh, that sounds good.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
I
Yes.
think the last thing that maybe I made was probably there was a recipe for it was like sweet and sticky chicken fingers. So it's like it's like raspberry. You mash it up and then you put it in with like some other sauce that I can't remember. I think it was teriyaki. And then you mix it together and then you put like red crushed peppers together with it. And then I had that with I think like a loaded sweet potato. It was so good, but I haven't cooked recently in a while, and I need to get back on that because it's been a mess.
I mean, it
Okay,
sounds
Chef Ramsay.
tasty.
Yeah.
See, I try. I be trying.
Yeah,
Listen,
I
I've been
mean,
cooking since I was a
I'm
kid, so
not mad at it
I'm
though.
about that life.
Well, that
I
sounds
had-
pretty good. Yeah.
I made like spicy shrimp on Saturday. But it ain't nothing to like go crazy over. It's like the easiest thing to make.
The last time I cooked, I think it was spaghetti. Yeah. It was
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, spaghetti's good too.
Just recently, they built a McDonald's down the street.
Oh lord.
That's where you messed up. Because you just went right over to the McDonald's. You're like, I don't have time to cook all this pasta. I don't want to make this
buy a crock
sauce.
pot because I don't feel like pulling all these damn dishes.
I love cooking, but it does take forever if you're not prepared. It's just
I like to
don't have
cook
some meat,
breakfast
yeah.
the most. That's where I love to cook. I love making breakfast.
Yeah, like I
High
made
five.
some breakfast stuff.
Yeah,
Like,
crock
I
pots
made
are
a
good
really-
too.
Yeah, I made a really disgusting sandwich. It was like raisin bread, but it had leg and cheese and
What?
sausage, and it was so good. I'm sorry.
Raisin?
Yeah, it was like
Yo,
raisin
T-
bread.
yo,
egg and
TJ is hurt
cheese,
right
and
now,
sausage.
but-
If you can have a raisin bagel, you can have raisin bread. Okay,
I barely have a raisin
it's.
bagel.
I mean, it's fiber, protein, and like, come on.
I like with the
I got judged on my
logic
shoes.
right now.
They was like,
Clearly.
"What are you eating?" I was like, "I don't want to tell y'all." Like,
like the only raisin bread I can
So
really
now
mess
I'm
with is the
vegan.
cinnamon because it doesn't taste like it. Like it doesn't taste like raisin at all. I'm convinced that raisins are grapes that are possessed by the devil, and y'all can't tell me otherwise. Don't at me.
If y'all never had bean patties, my mom had bought some. Those are good.
A mess.
So
Those are-
instead
those
of
are
you
pretty
doing
good.
beef, it's bean patties. They're really, really good.
My grandmother used to
Well,
like
I
get
mean,
me
y'all
real
be
good.
cooking heavy in the summer, not
My grandmother used to get me real good. She used to. I used to hate eating zucchinis, so she used to make zucchini bread, and I would never taste it.
Ooh.
Oh,
I like
She's
zucchini.
sneaking
That's
it in.
fine.
That might work for me. I might not be
I
mad
love
at that.
zucchinis.
All right. Well, thank you guys for sharing a bit about what you guys actually been cooking. All right. At least attempting to make, including raisin bread, apparently. But
The shade.
no, this is fine. We're all friends here. Okay, even if people's taste buds are all over the place, just a little bit. But
I mean, I eat raw food, so it's okay. Like, I know I get
Like
judged
sushi,
because I'll
or-
try anything. Yeah, like I'll eat raw clams, raw squid.
I'm
Like,
scared
I've
of
tasted
that.
a lot of stuff.
you
Like,
want
I'm
that.
Calamari
okay
is
with my
raw.
palate.
Like I'm
I
scared
mean,
that
I've
my
heard
cats might
Chinese.
get bold and like snatch that shit out of my hand. And it's a problem.
Yeah, I want that
Yeah,
Anthony
so-
Bourdain stuff right now. But
Yeah, like I'll try. I always say about food, I'll try it once.
You're right.
That's not a bad habit to get into.
Yeah.
At least trying things out. I think that's pretty cool. All right,
See,
we're gonna segue a little bit into our next segment. So you guys, we have plenty of things to talk about because, of course, E3 is always huge, and of course, it's Pride Month as well. We wanted to celebrate with different reasons. Of course, we're doing a charity event all week long as well. You guys can still look out for that too if you want to get involved with the charity. We can talk about the Trevor Project a little bit, why that's important. But I'm going to go around and kind of talk to you guys, especially, TJ and Chani and Sham, who all came through to be part of the event itself, which is pretty awesome. I'm hoping that we'll be able to raise some more cash throughout the week to support the Trevor Project. But, I just wanted to talk to you guys about kind of like why is it important to you, why you guys want to get involved with the event. And, kind of share for people that don't really know what the Trevor Project is, kind of more about what that is as well. I know some of you guys may not have caught the first 2 streams for the week. We're on, day number 3 now, and Alexis will be streaming later on tonight. So, I want to go around and just talk about a little bit about that, and of course Pride Month I think is pretty awesome. We had some pretty cool celebrations here in Chicago this past weekend. It was pretty cool to see some familiar faces. So I saw like Brandon and a few other people out there having a good time. Even though it was what's up?
It's thundering outside, so if I get cut out, you know why.
Okay.
Just let me know beforehand.
Hopefully everything works out fine. So, but yeah, so any of you guys want to talk a bit about the Trevor Project and kind of why you guys got involved with our event this week?
Yeah, so like as Denny said, the Trevor Project is the organization that we are streaming to charity for. It's an organization that's focused on suicide prevention for LGBTQA plus youth. So a really important cause because suicide is the second most leading cause of death of youth between the ages of 10 to 25. I personally have been affected by it. I've had friends and family members, LGBT and non-LGBT, that I've lost to suicide. So I'm really excited to be a part of it. And we did our first stream last night, and it was really a great experience because we had people donating, and everybody was just so supportive of us and thankful of us being a part of that, of donating to that charity. So it was great.
Yeah, I think it's been awesome to see the last few days, and of course Sham, whose community was awesome before we even started the full event.
Yeah, they're nuts. They were nuts because they really wanted the incentive. That was the full reason why.
Did you do it, or when are you doing it?
Yeah, so you want to share with the community about what your incentive was?
My incentive was me to dress up in drag. And when I told them that, it was like almost instantaneous. Like I said, like if we hit $2,000, I'll dress up in drag. I will do it in real live stream first, and then after Saturday, it's going to be following the next stream. Then we're going to end up doing it because I don't want to scare nobody on Saturday. I'm on front page on Saturday, so I don't want to scare them away. And they're like, "This is not the streamer that I saw before." So, like it's not like I do it professionally, like some people that I do know on this platform who are super, super great.
Mm-hmm.
But the Trevor Project really hits quite hard to me because I did lose one of my best friends when I was in grade school. I've known him since grade school. We grew together in middle school, and it was like roughly around like in between the 9th and 10th grade when they told me that they came out, and their family wasn't as receiving as some other friends that I know. And they were just down and out. Like you can tell that they were just depressed and upset. I didn't know how to handle it because I just didn't have, I guess, the education for it. So we found out like a few days before school started, and that he took his own life. He just ate all of his like grandmother's pills because she had a lot of like different regimen pills. Whatnot, he got hold to it, and that's how he killed himself. And for me, just to like pay back and try to do what I can do to give to the Trevor Project will probably save a life. So like every cent, every dollar that I can think that I can try to raise should be able to have someone on that phone to train a counselor to keep the lines open, and for someone to be able to say, you know what, this is specifically for you. We don't want you to take your life. There's great resources. There are great people that are out there that are looking out for you. So to me, that's like my personal reason why I wanted to do it.
I guess it's a really good reason. And yeah, I think it's been awesome to see all the support for both the charity and just in general. Just because, of course, everyone has that same has the luxury of having a community or family that supports them when they do go through these kind of things. So I think it's really helpful. With the money we've been able to raise, we'll be able to train both like counselors who will be handling those crisis calls, but also keep those phones running as well, which is pretty awesome. That's why we brought everyone together for that. But yeah, I think it's been pretty great. TJ, do you have anything you want to add?
I think it was very important for me because I dealt with a lot of just like depression and mood swings and a lot of anxiety when I was younger, especially when you're a black male who's raised Southern Baptist, and then you're also gay. It's like it's something. It's definitely an experience, and I think the biggest thing that I was constantly told, regardless of my sexuality, is like if you're going through something, you just pray to God and you just that's the end of it. Like that's the end all be all. You don't go to therapy. Like black people don't go do therapy, or you don't go talk to some person about your struggles or your different things that you're going through, because then you're going to be deemed as like crazy or insane. And it's like it's not that you're crazy, it's that you've been strong for so long, but now you have to like share that with someone because you can't keep it bottled up. So I think that having the Trevor Project as something that we're supporting is a good idea, because not too many people, for one, it's hard enough to like get people to go to therapy to begin with, but it's another thing to have to find a therapist and then find someone who can actually empathize or sympathize with you. And I think that it's just a very good it's just a very amazing program that they've got going on, and it's an amazing charity. And so I wanted to support as much as possible. So it meant a lot to me.
Yeah, I think it's been awesome to kind of like hear the stories. We had a video as well that we put out talking more with some of the community who isn't in the podcast right now. But just having everyone share their stories and kind of how personal it is for them has been pretty awesome to see. I know that it's not always the easiest thing to talk about. But that's kind of why we have these spaces, so that people have that opportunity to get together and talk to each other and make it something that's pretty cool. So yeah, we'll be raising money for the charity pretty much all week long and pretty much the rest of the month as well. So if anyone's interested in donating, you can. I'm going to actually put the command in here in a minute to add in. But basically, yeah, it's been a great experience for me so far. I didn't really know as much about the charity until recently, so seeing how they help people both with like their chat lines and text lines and everything else there is pretty dope. So everyone coming together and kind of supporting that so early on is pretty awesome. And I've heard from the Trevor Project directly as well. I talked to them the other day, especially after Sham's big showdown with the donation and everything.
That was insane.
And so they've been pretty impressed with everything we've been doing. So
nice.
Just keep it up. Tell your friends, even if they have $1 or $2, that's a minute on the phone for people that are calling in. So definitely appreciate that. Put this in here. Just change the command in. But you guys have anything else that you noticed during Prime Month that was pretty cool, or like any other events that were going on you wanted to be part of, or anything like that? So I know here in Chicago they have a few different events, and they were kind of spread out for a bit, but this last weekend was pretty huge, so most of the streets were blocked off. They had a nice parade and everything. It was pretty cool to see. I don't know like how much they're supported in other cities, like Virginia, for example. I'm not sure like how big like the scene is there or other places, but
We have like a pretty decent scene. If you're like over in like the Virginia Beach area, it's pretty good. They're going to be doing something next week, I believe. So I know a few of my friends and I were thinking about checking that out. So
Yeah, where I live in Buffalo is actually pretty big. It went from having it being a weekend to it being a full week.
oh wow.
So they always have like things happening throughout the whole entire week. Like, I think the Monday, mostly all the bars have like really cheap drinks. That's usually kind of like the kickoff. They, in downtown Buffalo, they put the flag up at City Hall, and they have different shows that are happening throughout the whole entire week. And then there is the Pride Parade is usually on Saturday. The Dyke March is on. No, I'm sorry. The Pride March is on Sunday. The Dyke March is on Friday, and then they have like other like large events that happen throughout. Like they have bingo, they have gay bingo. Let me tell you, gay bingo is hilarious. Yo, it is hilarious. Especially if you call out that you're a winner and you're in the winner. Oh man, they drag you. They drag you to hell. It's hilarious. Unfortunately, I didn't get a chance to go this year because I decided to go to DreamHack Austin, so it was kind of conflicting in between the two. But my friends did go, and they were actually featured a little bit on The Advocate. Like, you can see that different parts of Pride, when they take like these shots, they have a photographer that's there. Many of them were featured on The Advocate specifically for our hometown, which was super cool for them. It's just really nice to kind of have a full week to kind of relax, because sometimes when we don't have a week where we can feel safe, things happen. Like, I mean, people tend to say some crazy stuff, or they not really even, I can't remember this call. It's not a cat call, but it's more of like they snicker and they say crazy stuff behind you. And sometimes in general, that feels like the LGBT community can be divided because we don't have many things together, or large events. But having that 1 week where we just are just happy to live in our skin just makes the whole entire year worth it. Like, this is something that we look up to every single year.
Yeah.
I feel just like I've been really impressed this year. Like, it's really become something that's not, like, initially it started as just Pride event is just what LGBT people would do for ourselves, you know, but now I'm seeing a lot of people outside of our community being supportive of that and doing things on their own to support that as well. I'm from Idaho, and the town that I'm from, Boise, Idaho, and so it's still a city, but it's still a rather small city, and they've always had a Pride since I've lived there. It's just always been like a small event, and not a whole lot really goes on, but I just feel like it's just been growing, not only there, but everywhere else. Like, I was there a couple weeks ago, and they were giving
I want to cut you off. We got a donation. Afro Samurai dropping in. $35.
Yeah, Samura, hi. Thank you so much.
You guys are awesome. Thank you for that.
And this last time that I went there, you had like pride flags going directly to the Capitol building, which is something that I'd never seen before. We had like all these businesses, local businesses, with their pride flags hanging out of their window or hanging over their window. And it was just amazing to see just how all the support, it was everywhere, like all over downtown. And it stays like that for like several weeks. The Capitol building was lit up in rainbow colors, which, you know, a lot of the policies that are made there are not inclusive to LGBT individuals. And also it's a little bit ironic, hopefully a little ominous, that, you know, maybe they'll start getting some more protection for LGBT plus individuals there, as far as like, you know, being discriminated against for housing and work. You're still legally able to discriminate against gay and lesbian people based on gender orientation. So hopefully things like that will start turning around, and it's not only become a lot more prominent, I've noticed, just in that local community, but also just all the support that I've seen online too, you know, like Streamlabs, Twitch, just a lot of companies, some of them, you know, for profit, they're noticing they can try to make a coin out of there, even though they don't really benefit the community any other way. But aside from that, I just see it a lot more global, and it's, wow, what a time to be living in. Like, I can't imagine having that when I was a kid, you know, so I never saw any of that growing up.
Or even some of the people who are, you know, a lot older than us too. Like, they've gone through probably the worst of it, in my opinion.
Oh yeah.
And just for them to be alive and for them to see how far that we've gotten as a community, it
Justifies that.
Yeah, it makes them happen. Like, that's one of the things that they do. I think it's usually during Pride Week on the Wednesday and Thursday. They usually like have like a sit and they talk with some of the seniors, and they relive some of the stories that they go through. And it's really nice to like understand where they came from in that time period, because I mean, back then in the 30s, 40s, and 50s, that was something that they considered that a mental illness. They were treating people for that and having conversion therapy camps and things and such. I mean, I'm pretty sure some of that is still going around now, but for them to like relive those tales, it kind of gives me not really justification, but it makes me very happy to see where we came from to where we are right now.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a blessing. So I just know that I just live my life every single day and just like have that thought and have that memory of that, of what they said. So now everything is a little bit better.
I know,
Yeah,
that was
I'm,
beautifully worded there. It was poetic. Oh, go ahead.
yeah, I've been out of town, so I haven't known what was happening, but I'm looking now, and they got a lot of stuff going on this weekend in Houston. They got a whole, they got the pre-parade, they got a celebration of festival, and they have a get-together for the Houston Dynamos at the park and stuff. They have a lot of stuff going on down here, so um, I don't know if any of my friends are going, but yeah, it's all the way up until the 25th. Oh no, the 29th. All the way to the
Yeah,
29th. I got stuff
probably
going
till the
on.
29th.
Oh wow!
Well, I'm where everybody wants to be, New York.
I'm
New York
not gonna
City.
lie, I really do want to go to that parade.
I would love to
on
go
my
to
list.
a New York event.
Yeah, like it's it's really beautiful to see because I feel like New York has grown. Well, of course, it's like the one of the biggest because of just everything that's just happened here with LGBT. So, like even growing up, like I remember seeing news stories that were like shocking and things like that. And just now, like if you go downtown, you know what you know what week it is. So, yeah, and they have like huge celebrations. It's everywhere. It's all over Manhattan. It's cool, like So, sorry guys.
You say Manhattan, I just think that's expensive. Anything in Manhattan's expensive.
Girl, they discount everything. No, but I mean, if you're going Greenwich, I mean, you're getting good discounts on drinks and stuff regardless. So it's cool. Yeah, I think people always think it's really expensive, but I guess for me, it's really not. And especially when it's events as well, unless it's like vendors and people coming in from out of town, or where like they know tourists are going to be like. Yeah, but for the celebration, I think, especially the local spots, it's a celebration, so they usually discount a little.
Yeah, like in Buffalo, they have like this thing, like it's like a mug about this big, and they have and it's like $8 for whatever you can fill in there. Usually they have for price.
Oh yeah,
That
they
usually kicks
got
off.
the tall Six Flags looking ones. Oh, they got that here too.
Oh man, it's insane.
It's
of
a
those
rite
and
of
you're
passage
jumping.
for New Yorkers. When you hit 21, you got to go to a Pride. Ain't no way. You get a good party. What? Child, please.
That's what's up. I'm glad we got to talk about it. I'm hoping that we'll see you guys coming through for the rest of the streams this week. Alexis is tonight after the podcast around the 7 o'clock, I believe. And then we also have, of course, Sham still rocking out. He'll be on the front page as well, doing some cool stuff. So looking forward to that. We got Chani and TJ still rocking it out as well for the rest of the week. So, plenty of lovely casters here you guys can check out.
For the rest of the month, I think, right?
Yeah,
Well,
yeah, of course.
I'll have it. We have it open for the entire month, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's gonna be pretty awesome to see, and I'm glad to see everyone supporting each other as well. I know I've come in on a couple of raids or hosts from them coming in from other channels, and you guys get to see each other for the first time, or if you haven't kind of catch up on the stream. So that's always cool to see too. So I'm glad to see you guys all hanging out. But yeah, that's all pretty awesome. And now
Well, I
it's
think that's
time
why I
to-
really like about like the Cookout community is like you can see so many other people in your different intersectional like communities, and you will have so many networking opportunities that just continue to keep popping up. So it's wonderful.
And it's not just only like I wouldn't really feel like I've exactly made like networking communities. I feel like I've just made some really like awesome friends that I wouldn't have known about that were on. Yeah, I genuinely love coming into their streams and like playing games with them. Like the other night, I was hanging out with Snow, and we were playing Dead by Daylight on her stream, and I met her through the the community event that we had going on. It was 2 months ago maybe for Dead by Daylight. That's why I met TJ too.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun seeing you guys. Yeah, that was a mess. That's you and Snow the other night was. that was a mess to watch with her, but it was good.
It was a rough night.
But yeah, so I love seeing that everyone coming together and to play games together, hang out, and chat. And I'm hoping to see more of that, as we go forward. We'll be planning our community night for next month. So if you guys have suggestions for what game you want to see played with the community, you can definitely hit us up on Discord as well. But yeah, so now it's time for always the meaty part of the podcast, which is E3, and of course everyone has their opinions about the show. But yeah, I want to kind of break into our exclusive guest over here, Cereza, who actually got to go to E3, so you can tell us a little bit about her experience. You know, you're VIP over here,
Real
right now in your
Hollywood.
shades.
Okay.
VIP. $250 ain't VIP. Now, if I had known better, I would have bought them. Try to buy them earlier for $100 cheaper, but I didn't know about all that. But hey, so where should I start?
Well, just tell us a bit about your experience first, about how to actually go in there for people who might be interested in going next year, and then about what you saw. Like, what you thought was pretty cool.
Well, when I flew in, it was the day before it officially started, because I wanted to get my badge that day, so I wanted to be like standing in line looking at people walking in instead of me. So after I got my badge, I went to EA Play and like stood in the line for 3 hours just to look at Anthem, because I was curious. I was like, well, what are they showing in this big ass room back here? And I was like, this better be worth it, because my legs are dying. I was behind me with some kids and her sister, and I was talking to them like, and you see these media people walking past, I'm just like, this is gonna be what it is, huh? Just watching a bunch of people walk past you while you're waiting in line, your ankles and your shins just hurting. And just like this. And then we got in there and they showed us like how the game works and how you can do the different loadouts for the classes. So they had like 2 of the Titan classes, I think they were out, the big bulky ones. And like one was a regular loadout, but the other one you could turn it into like a fire loadout. So it changes its entire look and the weapons it uses. So it used like a flamethrower instead of actual gun. So I was like, that's cool. Left, I wanted to go get more crap, but I was like, I'm tired. I'm going home. Going to my hotel. And then the first day, walk in, I was like, Kingdom Hearts. No, I can't go to Kingdom Hearts because the line was already capped when I walked in there. It's just like everything was full because media got in there before we were allowed in, so they were still in line. And it was just like, all right. Oh, Final Fantasy 14's here. Let me get my shirt and move along with life. And luckily, thankfully, I got put in a line with everyone who played the game before except one dude. And I got my shirt. I also have.
I'm very jealous that you have that shirt.
Oh man, I tried to do it again like the next day. We didn't get lucky. I was trying to help another guy get a shirt, but it didn't work out that way. The first day, I couldn't get in the Dragon Quest XI line. I went by Capcom's booth, turned to the right. I see Yoshi P up there with the Monster Hunter producer, and I was like, "Oh my God, Yoshi P's there!" I have to get him to sign my book. I have the encyclopedia for Final Fantasy 14, and I had it in my bag. I was like, I want him to sign this shit because that's why I brought him in the first place. Mm-hmm. And get up there like, oh, sorry, the line's capped to get signatures. Oh. I'm like, this is some bullshit. They didn't do no intercom in the room. Like, if you want to get something signed by Yoshida from Final Fantasy 14, please make your way to the Capcom booth. They ain't do shit. I was like, man, it's some bullshit. So me and the guy that we got our shirt in the first time, I ended up meeting him up over there. I was like, hey, what's up? And we're just standing there like, we can't even get in line to talk to this man, like to hug him or nothing. And I was just like, it's some bullshit. And then another guy, I ended up like meeting up with them because I couldn't find anybody like Oni, Black Oni. I couldn't find them because they got in before us, and by the time I got there, they were already gone. So it was hard to meet up with a lot of people from the Cookout. But I met some really cool dudes while just walking around, and Yoshida was coming down after he did all the signatures and pictures, and I was like, I had my book. I was like, Yoshi P, and he looked me dead in my eye, and I was like, "Can you please sign my book?" And he said, "Yes." I got my book signed.
Nice.
I was so happy. I was like,
I want to be like, I hope she didn't go to E3 and get her book signed. A whole book in there.
I was about to be mad if I didn't get this book signed, and I was telling him like, "I'm so glad you stuck with the game," because the first time 14 came out, it
was a hot
failed.
mess.
It was a hot mess.
It
And
was-
I told him like, I'm very happy you stuck with it because I love the game. I've been playing since 2013. Been with it since that long, and I love the game. No matter how much BS y'all put in it, I still love the game. And after that, it was a blur because they kicked us out. Like, I think we just kind of walked around, and I tried to get back in Kingdom Hearts. That didn't work out. And so we just went home. Day 2, Kingdom Hearts was a no. Dragon Quest 11 yet again was a no. And then got to play Soul Calibur 6. Got in the line. I'm like, where are the controllers? Where are the controllers?
So they had y'all playing Soul Calibur with no controllers?
They had fight sticks. I was like, I never used one in my life. I don't know what to do with this. And the guy, his name's Jerry. I walked up there with him, and we got to play. He's like, well, I know how to use a fight stick. I'm like, well, I don't. So you have to slow up. Whoa, wait a minute. I picked Kalik. That's my boo. That's my main. And I was like, let me get a feel before you whoop my ass real quick, like me. And 3 rounds in, I whooped his ass. I was like, yeah,
Okay.
suck it.
Nice.
And he was like, whatever. I'm like, yeah. And they gave us like a free Dragon Ball manga. It's like double-sided. One side's Dragon Ball and the other side's Dragon Ball Super. And I got a Soul Calibur 6 pin, and I had like a bunch of pins and buttons on my lanyards. I brought a lanyard to put on my lanyard, so because the lanyards they gave us was that pop off crap. I don't want nobody yanking my shit.
That's exactly.
I was like, y'all, snap. I had 3 lanyards on around my neck the whole time, and played Jump Force. I want that. Played My Hero Academia fighting game. I want that. It's weird, but I want it. It was like, because it's like the anime has that dynamic camera crap, and I'm like, I don't know what I'm pressing, but I'm having fun. So
That's all that matters, right?
Exactly.
And went to the Twitch booth. Lady went through a whole drink list just to say, "Do you like water?" And I was like, "Yes." And she gave me this Twitch thermos and a Twitch bag, and I took a picture with these sunglasses. These are Twitch sunglasses. They had us do photo shoots over at the Twitch booth, and I got like a picture, and they emailed me the rest.
Okay. We got the shades.
Got the shades.
I would have liked those.
They gave me like 3 bags. I got a giant
Lord.
Final Fantasy 14 bag that I used to smuggle all my shit on the plane.
Oh my god.
Look how big this bag is.
That's huge.
It went all the way. It's all the way
Look
to
at
my
that art,
That's
though.
so
That's
cool.
pretty cool.
Oh
It's
my
nice.
god! Now I
So
wish I
it's
went.
They were just handing them out. Like, we only give out 3,000 a day.
Why are you doing this to
Okay.
Shamamon?
Rubbing it all in his face, knowing that he's maining that right now.
My soul is dropping right now.
And,
I can just
I'm
feel
happy
his agony. I'm like, why? Why are
It's
you
okay.
doing this?
But you know what? At PAX East, I got a free couple of shirts, but I did get.
Yeah.
most of
I'm trying to
them
go to
right now.
FanFest this year.
I'm legit going. So please, if you plan on going, find me. We will make this an adventure that you will never forget. And I need to find Yoshi P too. He eluded me this past year. Last year, I walked right by him and I didn't even say anything to him. I was like, I was scared because I did. I mean, I'm like, this is like, dad of 14. Like, you gotta make a good impression.
He showed up the second day, and I was like, I got to shake his hand the second day because I was like, he wants to go to his hotel and chill out or wherever he has to go because he looked tired as hell.
Mhm.
And I was gonna let him go after he signed my book. And EA gave me 2 of these bags. I was like, I already have one. She's like, just take it. Okay.
Somebody will want it.
Hey, it's marketing. They probably spend so much money on stuff and had leftover stuff.
I was trying to like cop another poster.
right?
And
Without a doubt.
Yeah, posters are usually the first to go. I don't know why they get bags. Some people like bags, but like those little string bags, ain't nobody like
Those string bags they be falling apart.
got the Daily
At least for
Bugle
me, because the stuff I
newspaper.
be
Oh,
carrying.
that looks
Right.
cool.
It's got
Oh, that's
Spider-Man
cool.
on it. It's like all
Ooh,
Spider-Man.
Was it?
Cool.
They had them in the
What?
little they had like newspaper
That's
things
cool.
that said Daily Bugle around the whole place, and you just open it up and take it.
It's
People were taking
Wow.
like 10 of them. I'm like, y'all,
Of course, of course.
Hey.
y'all gotta do better. But
They're trying to get the collector's edition and sell them.
right,
Yeah.
went to the other side in West Hall. I was like, I want to play Pokemon. Let's go Pikachu and let's go Eevee. I got there. I was like, that's not gonna happen.
Oh,
That line was up.
I feel
I
like for
had an
Pokemon
easier
and
time.
Kingdom Hearts-
I would have had an easier time getting in Smash than in Pokemon.
Wow.
Because at least like Smash, they was like, come on, do the fight. But
No, I feel like for
Pokemon,
that
they
in
were
Kingdom Hearts,
I'm
like that's not
missing
happening.
every Pokeball throw. No. And PlayStation, I couldn't play Spider-Man. They had two COD. They had COD in West Hall and they had COD in East and South Hall. I'm like, what? How many Call of Duty sections do y'all need? Damn. And Destiny was there for the new expansion that's coming out next year.
Why? No, I'm kidding.
I couldn't play the Persona rhythm game, but I got a Persona. They had like it's a double-sided
I
bag.
forgot that was even coming out. You mentioned it.
It's out in Japan, of course.
Yeah.
I don't know where to do my bag, but
I mean, you
it's
got so
one
many
side-
that clearly
She went shopping. I don't care.
basically E3 shopping out here.
One
I mean,
side's
that would be
Persona
me.
5 and the other side's Persona 3. So it's like red
Nice.
on one side, blue on the other. I went to the Xseed booth. Denny, you saw my post, right? With the it's called Sakuna of Rice and Ruin. It's half platformer, half gardening, like farming. So you grow rice, and she's a harvest goddess. So the better rice you grow, the more powerful she is in the platforming section. The platforming section is really good. I was like, okay, she got this little like spider web sling thing. I don't know what she was throwing, but she was like going behind enemies and doing the wombo combo, killing them. I was like, this is fun. And the little gardening is so specific. You have to move the rocks, till the soil, plant individual rice, let the time go by. It's full of water. You got ducks swimming in where your rice is to eat the weeds. And if they didn't get all the weeds, you pick up the weeds. When the rice is done growing, you cut the rice, then you dry the rice, and then you pull the rice up.
This
and
is
like,
sounding really
it is-
tedious. I don't know about. I
it
don't know
Sounds
about.
like
That's a
I
lot.
like that crap.
You got to step
I don't
2, and
know
I
why.
already was just like, I can't.
I'm
I like that
breath.
crap.
I'm
I don't know
surprised
why,
it's
I
not in
just do.
VR. It would be a lot more work if it was in VR.
Yeah, that's
But
true.
yeah, but it's a really cute game, and I was so happy Xe liked my tweet. I was like, oh, y'all do care. You're
Aw.
looking out. I'm so happy. I would play your game if you. No, I'm just kidding. But what else? Went home mad. Went to the because we still couldn't play Kingdom Hearts 3, and I posted on Twitter third day morning. I'm playing Kingdom Hearts 3. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. I'm about to fight somebody behind this game. And
So
we
who
get
did you
there.
fight? Because clearly,
I didn't fight nobody. But we all got let in at the same time instead of people going in and then we come in after them. No, we all got let in at the same time. And as soon as I went up them stairs, because some people got caught up in the I gotta check your ID crap. I'm like, shit, you ain't checking shit. I gotta go play this game.
You checking
They were
what?
like, don't run. I'm
Who?
like, don't run. Anyways, got up the stairs. They looked at my badge, let me in. As soon as I got up to the lady, like, line is capped.
No.
I was like, made a beeline to Dragon Quest 11 so I get my shirt because I already have the game in Japanese. I was gonna buy it in English. I just want a shirt. It's blue and it's got Dragon Quest on it. I want it. And then I beeline back to Kingdom Hearts and I see people congregating around one of the Square Enix ladies, and I'm like, let me slide up over here and see what they talking about. And she said, look, y'all can stand here and watch them play the game. I was like, oh, got you. So we stood there and watched them play the game. And she came back like, look, we're not going to tell them when we letting people in, okay? We just push y'all on up. All right? I was like,
I think I know who you're talking
Oh,
about.
so you got the plug over here?
I got the plug. And she just scooted all us up. And I was like, yes. And our line was moving real steady. We sat down, got up, sat down, got up. And then all of a sudden, it got stopped. And we looking up, like, what's going on? Why are they moving? The media's back from lunch.
Oh,
So they weaving behind us and cutting straight through. I'm like, y'all some sons of bitches, man. This is some bull. You know what? I'm already here. I'm gonna calm down. I'm in the line. That's better than nothing. I'm in the line. And they was coming through. When I got to the front, they were like coming through. Does anybody want to use an Xbox controller or a PS4 controller? I'm like, I'm gonna wait for a PS4 controller.
I was about to say.
I'm already here. I'm already waiting. I'm gonna wait and play something that I'm comfortable with. And some people, they had to go to the way back of the line to get people to say they want to play with an Xbox controller. And I saw Tetsuya Nomura's translator while waiting at the line. I was like, oh, there she is. Hey, girl, what's up? And I saw Matt from Square Enix. He was the guy at Microsoft's conference that he demoed FF15 and was failing. That's the guy. And I was like, how are you? I was just talking to him, making sure, like, having a good time. And his voice was, like, jacked.
Yeah, I mean, like, the conference grind is real. Those long hours of talking, you know, both the media and the regular people. It's a lot.
And when they finally said, we need 4 people, I was like, this is it. Finally here. Went up to that controller. They said, you have 20 minutes to play the game. I was like, bet. I'm skipping all the cutscenes. And they were like, well, you can watch all the cutscenes.
Nah,
people said you could watch the cutscenes and still do it within the 20. I'm like, I don't even touch it.
Don't lie.
I played both demos. I played. They had Olympus and Toy Story. They had Hercules and Toy Story. I was like, let me do Olympus first because it's Sora's in his regular outfit. It's something I already know. Did that. I was like, this music's dope. The fighting's dope. The visuals are dope. I'm happy with this. Then we get to Toy Story. Woody and Buzz sound fine to me. They sound fine. They sound close enough to Tom Hanks and Tim Allen, so it's fine. And when I was running around in the game, when I was watching in the before they pushed us up, I saw most people were using the Toy Story Keyblade and the Monsters Inc. Keyblade. So not a lot of people use the Tangle Keyblade. And I was like, okay, let me try this instead, since I didn't see a lot of people use it. I didn't know when you transform the Keyblades in this game, it changes the battle music. Also, you can like switch between Keyblades mid-battle with the D-pad now, so you don't have to like throw them away anymore. That Keyblade started playing Hand in Hand from Kingdom Hearts 1. I kid you not, I was about to cry. I was like, they put this song in this game. It's my favorite song. And I was like, no, calm down. Don't embarrass yourself. Keep playing the game. Keep going.
If you broke down in tears, like, I wonder how they would have reacted. Like, get her off the game. They probably would have like came in there like ushered you off like
to stop.
Let me finish, Denny. Gosh. But they when I finished the demo, the guy was like, "So how'd you like it?" I was like, "This game is so good." The Tangle Keyblade played hand in hand, and he was listening to me. He's like, "Oh, so you're a big fan, huh?" And I'm like, "Yes, I love this game like too much, if anything." And he's like, "Well, how do you feel about being interviewed?"
Oh, yeah.
I was like, "Interview?" And he was like, "Yeah, we're doing something for the game, and we want to interview a couple of fans here and there. You interested?" And I was like, "Okay." In the middle of that interview, I did cry. I did.
Oh my god.
The guy was like, "It's okay, it's okay. It's real. It's from the heart." And I'm like, "I'm sorry." And when I was done with it, he got all my information and stuff. And I was trying to take a picture of the wall, and I was like, "Can I take a picture?" And they're like, "Oh, we could take a picture of you." I'm like, "No, I'm a mess. I don't want to be put out there." And got my picture, and I walked out, and I was like, and I called my dad, like, "Daddy, I played Kingdom Hearts 3. And he was just like, "Are you crying?" I'm like, "Maybe." Shut up. Called my mom, and she's like, "Well, I'm very happy that you," because I didn't ask for a lot. I didn't beg and fall out behind shit as a kid, but that was the only game I ever begged my mom to buy.
Yeah.
And day one, "Mom, it has Mickey Mouse and Donald and Goofy in it. I want it, please." And yeah, after that, I just kind of like walked around the rest of the day with my friend and got all the crap we could get. And we were like, they kicked us out and like, "Bye E3, bye LA with your terrible traffic." Why don't they have lights with a left turn light at intersections? Please tell me. That don't make no kind of sense. They up in there
before Sarita goes into a rant about lights. All right, so we heard her saga here. All right, she had plenty of adventures, despite the lines being crazy. It sounds like you got a pretty good experience.
I got my money's worth.
Yeah.
That was too
They had a
fitting.
great time. That makes me want to go.
Yeah, I mean that was some
going
determination there. You know, to get everything you needed to you in there, which is awesome.
Yeah.
So now
They sent us an email to do a survey about the whole thing. And I was like, yeah. If I didn't play Kingdom Hearts, like, this is trash, garbage.
So for the rest of you guys, you know, because E3 of course is always a big deal. But I'm just gonna go around a little bit and see what you guys thought about E3 as far as like what was your best of show, or at least one you thought was the most interesting. Just give us like, you know, two or three games you were really hyped to see, or at least, you know, are looking forward to playing. So I'm gonna go around the room. We're gonna start with Allie, you know, and see what she's looking forward to, because I remember talking to her in her stream during a couple of the conferences. So
Yeah. Like, after everything was done, I realized, like, because I was just livid when EA started. I was like, they need to go back to 3 o'clock on Monday and stop doing this because we don't got the time. I still think they need to go back to 3 o'clock on Monday, but overall, I think they all like ran a memo to each other and was like, you know, let's save 2020 for 2019. I don't think we saw anything past 2019 come up. So, I mean, I feel like it's because people kept, I was telling my stream, I said, it's because all y'all kept taking days off to play games and they had to push them back and y'all would scream at them on Twitter. But, I mean, no mascot. But, you know, in hindsight, like after everything wrapped, I was like, well, EA kind of set the tone. We didn't see anything like that, you know, we didn't see any surprises or anything like that, like we had expected. But there were some, like, I really enjoyed seeing gameplay this year. I didn't really realize that until, like, I realized, like, they ain't got nothing. I think Bethesda did great. I can't wait for Fallout 76. It's one of my must plays.
I want that too.
I already, like, basically all the PlayStation 4 games. I mean, they didn't really shock us with nothing. I was upset about that whole conference. Don't do that again. That's
oh, you weren't feeling the church, you know, and the like
it was like we
random
had
guitar
to wait
solo
for
and
people to walk, and I just couldn't, you know. But overall, I thought it was great. We got to see a lot of gameplay of games that we didn't see gameplay of before. So I'm waiting for Battlefield 5. I'm really excited about that game because I love Battlefield. I love that they're taking out all the stuff that stopped people from playing, and now, you know, we got some stuff we could work with and get people back on Battlefield because it's a really good game.
yeah, they got rid of the season pass for that, right? Or
yeah, they got rid of the
Premium pass.
premium pass, whatever. To me,
I remember buying that crap for my brother. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
yeah, and I mean, there's so many people who just be like, nah, we just gonna stick with these regular maps. But there's people who buy the other maps and then you're all separated. It's not like
splits
you
the
know.
splits the community up every time.
Yeah.
And I'm glad my dice guy came through. He said you're second on the list. I said, damn right I am, because I want that game. But other than that, I mean, Last of Us looks really good. I'm really excited for that. Kingdom Hearts. Okay, here's my thing with Kingdom Hearts. Like, I love Kingdom Hearts, but I feel like I separated from that game marketing wise. Like, anything they do marketing, I just roll my eyes and be like, just release the game. Like, I just don't have the time. I don't have the space. Like, I don't want to see any pictures. I don't want to see no videos. I don't want to see no Japanese cartoons. I just don't care anymore. But I mean, it's great that we got a date. I love that. I think Ubisoft did amazing. I can't wait to see some of their games. When it came to diversity, I loved it, because for a lot of people, diversity is just swapping out a man to a white woman or something like that. And I feel like I got my, like, the Ubisoft conference, I call them the king of marketing, because when it comes to E3, they know how to get us. Like, every time we watch a Ubisoft conference, everybody's like, ooh, I'm getting this, I'm getting this. I'm like, you ain't getting that. Like, you know,
I forgot
they know
to
how
mention, they had a whole concert at the Ubisoft booth. They had a Just Dance, like, dance off on the stage and shit. I was like, I kind of want to leave the line and go over there, but I got this.
But I feel like they always kill their and Just Dance. I mean, just to have that, I really want Xbox to bring back their Dance Central, because at least they would have an entertaining portion of their conference. But that was shade.
I mean, that would mean that people have to use the Connect though, and I mean that's kind of
that's dead. That's gone.
That time has passed.
But I mean, as far as Ubisoft, I loved. I mean, they gave us accents. They gave us skin tones. They gave us accents. What's the hair textures? And I was just living. I'm like, hey, what's this? What's the? Even the guy in the pirate game, Skull and Bones, his hair was amazing. I was just like, where y'all coming for my money? Like I just
not even looking at you, just looking right at your pocket.
They know I didn't buy nothing in the last 2 years. Let me stop. Unless it was on sale. But I mean, I got Assassin's like that, and I think where they're going. I mean, this is from a company, and I just want to say this. I've said this on my stream, but publicly, I should say they need a lot more props, because this is a company that didn't even want to do female models. I remember dragging their ass on Twitter talking about, y'all don't want to make no females in y'all Assassin's Creed.
They said they were too hard to animate.
Yeah,
back in the day.
And they've grown so much. Yeah, and it's grown so much and so beautiful. I loved it. And where the hell? It was great seeing Donkey Kong. I just want to shout that out, because I was just like, where he been?
Where he's been?
Like,
being re-released on the Switch.
I've been yelling on my stream. Has anybody seen Rockstar Games? Because I don't know if they know they got a game coming out.
They clout chasing out here. Okay? Look, they already got that juice. So I guess they
got
just like
their billions. I'm just like,
they selling the collector's edition without the game. They got money.
Y'all seen them? I was a lady squatting down like, y'all see them? Because I was just, we gonna talk on them, because
I was surprised we didn't see any kind of like new trailer or anything, for the game, considering it is coming out in October. Yeah, we haven't seen much of anything, considering it's coming out in 4 months, and we haven't seen much of anything as far as like what the multiplayer is gonna be like. If they even have multiplayer again this time around.
Yeah.
And that was skins. If you pre-order, you get like online DLC.
Yeah, they get something for online. But I mean, that's the beauty of Red Dead, because I think a lot of people were like, when they played it afterwards, they're like, I don't see the big deal about that game. I was like, because you didn't play it when everybody was online, because we was tearing that place up.
Yes.
Like,
you gotta get your bandits together, the crew, and make it happen.
Yeah, so I mean, but they still releasing stuff for GTA 5 online, and I don't know why. And I need people to get off that game. I need something to happen to them servers, because I'm like, I need a new generation in Miami or something. Like I can't. Because we really haven't gotten a next generation game. People are saying we did with GTA 5. I'm like, no, that was remastered. Stop playing with me. But yeah. I'm excited about games. There's so many games coming out, and not only on the AAA side, but on the indie side. And yeah, just it's great to be variety after like September, because I mean August is free. If anybody wants to drop a game in August, please do. I mean,
Right?
all we got is like Madden or something. I don't know, but August is free. August
You
is
like
free.
Madden?
Summertime
I
is
play
rough.
Madden.
Yes.
But
Summertime is a bit
I
rough.
play Madden, but I know the other people don't play Madden. So I'm just saying, you know, Destiny, what are you doing? I still don't like you, and trying to wrap it up here. I'm just
We'll come back to you. Compose your thoughts, okay? Because we don't want you going to Destiny
because you
rant.
know, Cade was the comic relief. He was. I said y'all probably can't afford Castle no more. I always forget his name. I said y'all probably
Nolan
can't
North.
afford them voiceovers.
Wait, was it Nolan North or was it? No, that was
No,
You
it's
talking about Nathan Fillion?
Nathan
yeah,
Fillion. That's him. Yeah, because
Yeah.
Nolan North is the ghost. I feel a
but
type of way about Cade being gone right now.
I mean, if you like Destiny, I feel like you should like it on PC, and you should not have played the first one. If you are a Destiny 1 player and you still playing Destiny 2, get your life. I'm just saying.
Legit, the
I'm not-
only reason I played 2 was because it was on PC. I would have probably stuck with Destiny 1 on PS4 if that wasn't the case.
Division 2, I just need a 50% code because I bought you on release.
Man, I don't even want to look at
you know what
Division.
the sad part is I have a signed poster about all them devs. I got to meet the developers of Division, and it's not that I don't like the game. I like the game now, but yeah, that release, yeah, I feel like I need a discount code because I bought that game on release. I feel like I bought the edition with the season pass, etc. I feel like games like Destiny, if you want to make a second game and it's not a completely, thank God Division is a new place and everything. It's not like a remake or anything. So I mean there is value there. But if y'all selling me on the same gameplay, I'm really not here for it. And yeah, I'll buy it at Christmas when it's $20.
It would be kind of cool if they did have like a situation where you could kind of get like a grandfather, price for,
Yeah.
being
And I
there
mean,
for a original game. At least for like a game
Yeah.
like that where like it's clearly not going to be revolutionary as far as the gameplay changes go.
I mean, Tenny. It's not. And it's just like you're asking us to give you a second chance. Like, make the game like $40 for like the first week, or you know what I'm saying? Like, give us something because
I'm sure they're going to probably have like free weekends and that kind of thing though. So they
I
probably
mean,
have,
another $60. And it doesn't seem like every game that was for 2019 is coming out February 22nd. Did anybody else catch
yeah,
that?
there are 4 games coming out
we
the
all
same
gonna
day.
be
Broke.
we're gonna be broke come January and February.
I was like, so August is just here free.
Everybody wanted that 2/22 date because they're marketing people.
Yeah.
Like,
But,
I pre-ordered this expensive ass collector's edition for Kingdom Hearts, and I'm gonna buy a PlayStation Pro.
Oof.
'Cause
Ooh, I would.
Kingdom Hearts looks so clean. Okay, they got me this E3 a little bit because when it came on the screen with the gameplay, I was like, "Oh, chat, okay." And we got okay, but I'm not feeding into their garbage right now.
All
I
right,
saw that trailer like
we-
6
we
times.
gave
in line.
we gave Allie her time there. I'm going to ask Shani here what you liked about E3, or anything, any games that you thought were pretty awesome that you're excited about.
Oh my God, so many games. Definitely Super Smash Bros. I'm excited for that.
Oh,
I'm
and
terrible-
Cyberpunk. Sorry.
I'm terrible at it, but I'm way excited for my friends to kick my ass in that game. So I have a lot of fun regardless. Holy cow, the character roster! I cannot believe they have
all the characters. That's insane.
They have all the characters on there. So I'm going to be wasting a lot of time on that. Hopefully they all play well. They didn't just like smash all these characters in there. Pun intended. But what else? Oh, The Last of Us looks so good. I love the first game. I played the hell out of that game. I played it like 3 or 4 times, and I'm super excited for the second one. I love Ellie. The gameplay looks amazing. Just the action sequences, and Ellie is badass. I cannot wait to play as her.
Yeah, they're talking about how it was all in,
shade.
they're talking about how it was all in game too, as well, like the all in game engine, and That was pretty cool to see, considering.
Nah, Danny, it was fake.
And a lot of the game had a pretty solid like multiplayer following, surprisingly as
Yeah,
well.
it did.
So they're really hyped
Oh
about
yeah,
that right
I
now.
thought Last of Us 1's multiplayer was very underrated, like the new cinematic view, but it was really good. Like I remember playing that with my friends, so I'm looking forward to that too.
Yeah, it looks really good. Resident Evil 2 looks good. I'm gonna have such a hard time playing that. It's gonna scare the hell out of me, but it's gonna be really enjoyable. Holy cow!
Yeah, I'm really looking
Wish
forward to
I had
RE2.
that one.
Mario Party. I just got myself a Switch. I haven't had it like just a couple months, and so I'm excited for some Switch games too. Even the ones that are like being ported over, I'm putting it on there.
Switch is
I'm
getting a lot
sacrificing.
of
I want to play
content.
Octopath Traveler. That one looks nice.
I'm really hoping that Switch has a nice like holiday like Smash bundle. You know, coming around Christmas time. I can go pick
Hopefully, I
up.
feel like they never have any good sales on there. You get like some shitty game for 5% off. It's like thank you.
Because
thank
Smash
you
is coming
so
out like December like 14th or something like that. So
Yeah.
I imagine that like they're gonna probably have some kind of Smash bundle package or
I
something
feel
like
like Nintendo, it makes it hard because Nintendo kind of appeals to children as well, and I feel like they know it, so they never discount it like crazy. It's
Nintendo
just like,
that's a good.
I
yeah,
want a
it's like it's gonna be
Pokemon
sold out
Switch.
regardless.
that. You know,
Yeah,
if I can at least get a game with the console, I'll at least be happy. Like like compared to like
Yeah.
paying for it and then getting nothing. Like at least give me like at least 1 or 2 games of it too.
Yeah, the only bundles they did was Mario Party and Mario Odyssey and
Breath of the Wild, I
Yeah.
think.
Breath of the Wild. That's about it.
Splatoon 2, I think.
That
Splatoon
one
2
Splatoon also
had
has
one,
Splatoon
yeah.
2.
I'm sure when Pokemon comes out, they'll have some kind of.
They better
crazy-
have one.
Oh yeah, that's another one.
I
Pokemon
want one.
Eve and Pokemon Pikachu Go. Those look good. I want to try those out. I'm excited. But I'm ready for a full-blown RPG Pokemon game on
That's
the Switch.
next year.
Yeah,
They said that one's coming next year at the end of the year.
Nintendo,
I wanna
they're
see
trying
some
to get that
gameplay on
money. You know, they're making
They're
some
gonna get
moves.
the money regardless.
they're so smart. They kept their demographic. That's one of the.
Staying
I
in
feel
their
like
lane,
they just
you know?
That's why I don't get like, oh, this nothing but kitty games. I'm like, but they're making money.
Yeah,
So-
they're the market. I mean, they're
They
getting
got
the
me
next
out there
generation.
trying to catch
games,
those
yeah.
little shits, those damn Pokemon on Pokemon Go on the phone. Out there trying to catch those damn shits. All I get are Rattataps, but still, I still want to go catch them.
And I do feel like
Bayonetta is not child friendly.
like Nintendo, they kind of the smartest move for me, I think, around E3 time was Fortnite. Like Fortnite actually, popping up on the Switch, just completely securing the bag there because there's literally no competition at all. Like Call of Duty, Battlefield 5, PUBG,
Yeah, it's
none of those
true.
games will be on Switch. So pretty much you're the only VR on a Switch console, and it's free. So you're pretty much just guaranteeing your longevity there if it ends up being more crowded than some of the other spaces. So,
Yeah.
Switch, they're in a good spot right now. Nintendo's kind of doing their thing, in some healthy ways. So it's good to see. We clowned them for like the longest. I feel like.
Me.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of people
Oh,
clown
are you
Nintendo.
five? Are you
What?
5?
That Wii U era was interesting.
It was rough.
Yeah, with 3 games a year, it was.
I mean, I did buy one and I would play it while I was waiting for my Final Fantasy 14 queue. So
That's smart.
that's one way to do it.
All right, so TJ,
Yeah.
what are you looking forward to? What do you see that was pretty awesome?
All right, so for me, E3, I was like, I had so much going on in real life that I had to take care of during the week that when day zero happened, I kind of just like straight forgot about it, honestly. Like EA, I kind of just like let people recap for me kind of what would happen. I kind of assumed that there was going to be the new Sims 4 expansion, which seems pretty lit. Like I've been a Sims fan since Sims 1, so I'm a little biased about certain things when it comes to the Sims, but I still enjoy it for what it is, especially since they've grown so long, like so much more from where it started in the base game now. So that may be something I have to keep my eye on. As far as EA goes, usually the only things I really care about would be like Dragon Age or Mass Effect. Like anything else is kind of like,
Oh,
I'll
it's
check
called
it out,
Anthem now.
but right?
It's literally
And-
both
and-
of those
and-
mashed into
and
one.
It's friendship. I don't play BioWare games for friendship. Okay?
No, who played? First of all, if you can't romance somebody in a BioWare game,
Oh, they got romance.
Just saying.
Friend.
they got
Friends.
friend romance. But,
Yeah,
so, yeah, like,
they did confirm that there won't be any romantic relationships in Anthem.
it's just a friendship
Friendships.
bond,
BS.
something like that.
And it is
So,
also
I mean,
PvE only on release, so there won't be any PvP aspect at all.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm kind of like torn on it. So
That's the no.
the main thing that I was looking forward to, like for E3, was the Bethesda conference and the Sony conference. Now, let me tell you, the Bethesda conference, I was gonna feel some type of way because I was like, okay, we already got a teaser for another Fallout, and that's cool and all. I love Fallout; it's fun, it's amazing, cool. But where's my Elder Scrolls at? Now, don't be tripping, don't be playing me. Run me my game.
They
You know
played
I'm a
us,
hardcore
though.
fan. Where's
Right?
my Dunmer at? Like, I need my Elder Scrolls back in my life. Like, I
was
love
like, they showing a
Skyrim,
phone
but
game.
Lord Jesus, if y'all like release Skyrim on like my mouse pad or like on my phone next, I'm gonna be mad. And they started off by going, "Oh, Elder Scrolls Blades on mobile," and I was like,
Girl.
so I was kind of hyped. Not gonna lie, because I will be playing it on my phone.
Oh,
But
it's actually pretty cool. I
That
played it.
that portrait
It looks
mode,
pretty cool.
you know, they were showing off with the phone.
right, but I fell away because then they were like, "Oh, it's going on console." So I was like, "This is the only thing that y'all gonna do?" Like, so I was hyped for Fallout 76. Like, it looks interesting. I'm not really sure how I feel about it just yet because I heard it's like permanently multiplayer, so you can play on your own, but you still have to like deal with people coming in and maybe like trying to kill you. Like, I don't know if I want to deal with that. But that entire conference, I was like, please say something. Please say something about Elder Scrolls 6, please. And we got to the end, and finally they showed like a little bit of a teaser. I was like, I'll take it. You know what? Because we've been waiting forever. I feel like Rose.
Debated still though. I'm like,
I feel like
'cause
Rose
look,
at the end.
they fucking
Because
put
I'm pretty sure
Skyrim
Jenny
on the
too,
list.
because anybody who does video stuff, I'm like, I feel like they knew everybody was anticipating Elder Scrolls, and they don't want
exactly.
they don't want to do something. So basically, Bethesda doesn't ever want to put out something that's over a year. So if it's not in the 1 year escape, they're not really announcing it. So I feel like they knew everybody was hyped and was really trying to say, oh, they're gonna do Elder Scrolls. They have to do Elder Scrolls. And I feel like they were like, Johnny, can you put together like a scene with Elder Scrolls on it?
Can you just throw
Throw it
this
up for, like,
together
3
real quick?
seconds.
Like,
Because it's getting really crazy out here. So I mean,
I
they're
just,
about to kindle them hearts us like crazy. I don't care.
yeah.
So,
I just
so
was
like, my question is, do you guys think that Elder Scrolls will even come out this gen? Do you think they'll actually make it this
Oh,
generation?
no.
Or do you think it's be a next gen
Maybe.
game, like a next gen, like, you know, first year
Didn't
title?
they announce like Oblivion or something? Remastered.
Oh, please
or
don't tell me
something?
they. Please
No?
no. Oh,
I don't
I don't
think they
think
announced
so.
that. I would have.
I don't think so.
No,
I would
I
hope
think-
I was
not.
gonna say,
I
what
think it's
did they
gonna be next
announce?
year.
Oh, okay.
I love
I think at the
Oblivion,
next
but
E3
please.
they're gonna probably announce something.
Yeah, next E3 definitely, since we got the teaser, but it's not within a year and a year.
No, we're not gonna see that till like 2020 or something. And
No.
that kind of hurt my heart a little bit because I mean, initially, someone correct me if I'm wrong, but I remember them saying like a good while back, like probably more than 5 years ago, that they wanted to, with the Fallout and the Elder Scrolls series, they wanted to alternate them. They originally were planning to have it be like, okay, so we did Elder Scrolls 4, now we move on to Fallout 3, and then they did Fallout 3, so they move on to Skyrim, and then they were supposed to do Fallout 4, and then eventually switch over, and then instead it's like Fallout 4, Fallout 76, Elder Scrolls. Like,
It's usually a 5-year gap. Same thing
I
for
don't
Grand Theft
know.
Auto. I think they all have that same like 5-year gap thing, and now I feel like
Yeah.
because gaming is transcending and it's
I think what happens is they're
They
doing
milking that
76 because I guess they still kind of count the MMO.
yeah,
I think that's probably
it's
it.
sort of counting that.
They show it.
It's
and
it's
they-
there. It's there.
That's probably what
It's a
happened.
spin-off. That's what counts, I guess.
But
So
the phone
yeah, I
game's
mean,
actually really good. They had the iPhone X's there. Let us try it out, and it runs smooth. I don't know if it's just because of the iPhone X, but
yeah, I mean,
Fine.
like it looks interesting. I was a little hurt. You know, my inner Elder Scrolls
understand.
fanboy was hurt.
Yes.
I was in pain,
It
but
did- it
you
did
know,
seem
it was
like
fine.
Bethesda
I still
had
had
a
a good
good show,
time.
yeah.
I still enjoyed it. We got to the Sony conference, and I actually missed the first little bit of it, so I didn't see the whole intermission part. Which, Sony, what are you doing? Oh no, baby, what you doing with these intermissions? Like, I think they could have done that a little better because my friends were telling me like the first part they took like 2 intermissions trying to set up for the band, and I was like, we here for the games. Like, just don't do intermissions. So I got home, I think near the end of the Control trailer, which looks interesting, but I hopefully you can turn down some of the visual effects, because Quantum Break had some really like painful effects to like watch consistently for a long period of time. So hopefully they take into account like epileptic seizures and all that with that.
Oh, for Control.
Yeah, for Control, it was like it had some really fancy effects, like for I think it was like time travel or something like that, and it was just like that.
Oh, she's
that
like
looks really
manipulating
awesome.
the like it's like telekinesis. Kind
Yeah,
of shit.
something like
Yeah.
that. But it looks good. I'm gonna have to keep an eye on it. And then from that, it started playing this trailer, and I was like, first of all, I was still like just getting settled in from home, so I had it on my computer, and I saw it. And I was like, wait a minute, let me just put my headphones on real quick. And I listened to it, and I was like, hold on, let me like turn this down, because I don't know, like something might pop out. I don't know how I feel about this. And if y'all know me, I love horror games, so like if something is like creeping me out to the point where I have to turn the volume down, like it's serious. So
Yeah.
it went over to this zombie yanking out like some flesh from the neck, and I was like clutching invisible pearls and trying to figure out what was going on. I was like, what am I watching? And then suddenly I saw like the blonde hair in the background. I was like, I knew it right off the bat. I was like, this is Resident Evil 2 remake, and I was so hyped, because the entire time I did not know what game it was. It was like when they initially revealed like Resident Evil 7. It's like, what kind of game is this? But it gave me the same feeling of Resident Evil 7, that same dread and fear. And then now it's like, I've never played any of the original, like the original games. I've never played 2 or 3. I played the remaster of 1, and I'm so ready for Resident Evil 2 to come out. So like that actually looked like legitimately terrifying. I can't wait to play
the
that.
atmosphere
So
looks
I've
great.
been keeping an eye on that. Yeah, it looks so good. So I've been keeping an eye on that. Of course, Kingdom Hearts now. I mean, I feel like I've been a Kingdom Hearts fan since the first one. I feel like at this point I've been waiting on Kingdom Hearts 3 for like half my life.
I mean,
So
folks
I'm just
had
like,
kids, between games,
now, like when I watched the trailer, I was like, I'm hyped for it still. It's just not the same amount of hype I used to have. But that doesn't mean I'm not gonna buy it, because I'm still gonna buy it. Like it's still happening. But I think what threw me off in the trailer is when they showed Aqua, and then she had yellow eyes, and I was like,
did you play the other ones?
So I played Birth by Sleep. I played Birth by Sleep as Terra, so I got his story. I still got to play the other 2. I played 365 Days Over 8, or whatever that one was. I played
Depression
1 and 2. I've played a little bit of Chain of Memories, but I didn't really care too much about that because I didn't like the card style version of it.
Just watch the cutscenes. It's better that way.
Basically. So I looked and I was just trying to think about.
So you didn't play Dream Drop?
I didn't play that
That's
one.
important.
I haven't played 2.8
because it explains what's going on with Aqua.
Because I saw that and I was like, hold on, I missed something along the line here. Because this is, I was all in my feelings for a brief moment. So I need to. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get the full collection, because that's gonna be cheaper anyway. So
like all
I need to get the
18
remasters.
games, yeah.
Like all 18
Hearts,
games,
like 2.8.
It's just 2 playable games on each collection, and one's a movie.
And all the cutscenes, and that's it.
Yeah. Don't watch recoded garbage, trash, terrible.
So yeah, I've just been keeping an eye out on that. I didn't really see too much from Mike. I didn't really watch Microsoft. I kind of watched a few things here and there, but I'm kind of excited for a few of their games. Like I'm not. I just feel like as a PC, primarily a PC gamer for Microsoft, I feel like I've just been like, we've kind of been pushed to the side for so long, and I don't know. I mean, I guess there's supposed to be like a Halo coming out, an actual FPS Halo coming out on PC, so I guess I'll keep an eye out on it. But
yeah, Halo.
After how they did us with Fable and Gears of War, I'm just like.
So the interesting thing I talked to, or at least I saw about Microsoft, is that they actually did talk about the PC side and how like they are actually listening to the complaints. So especially when it comes to Windows 10 and like crossplay, and then like how the whole thing works, they said they want to work more with kind of like fitting within the PC world compared to trying to force like Xbox mentality onto their PC games and stuff like that, because clearly it's not working out. So they said they're going to stop working on their app and other stuff for a while until they can actually figure out how they want to integrate things better without people feeling like they have to be forced to kind of like integrate into an Xbox style to be able to play their games. So
now, I don't know how anyone else feels about it, but I love the Xbox app. Like I like it. I just wish that they had it it needs to be easier to add friends when you're in an Xbox game. Like I had to go outside of the Xbox app. I got to go outside of the Xbox
Really?
game, go to the app, and then add someone. I couldn't do it from in the game.
Yeah,
Or at least I
that's
didn't
one of
find it
the big
easily.
complaints they brought up, and like kind of like even like finding certain stuff for games, like if they have
Yeah.
a deal or something like that going on, or a free download, something like that. It's a pain to kind of get around into the app and stuff like that for it. So I think they're listening a little bit with that, but we'll see what actually ends up changing.
I will say one more thing about that before I wrap up. Like, as far as how people feel about, like, I guess the Microsoft Store, like, I kind of get it, but people act like they have to download the whole thing all over again. Like, they're acting like they have to download an app and then, like, play the games on that particular app. It's just built into Windows like everything else. So, I mean, it doesn't really bother me too much. I mean, I'm also kind of down with getting achievements, so I need to get that gamer score up and get you some.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
downloaded a demo for Forza Horizon 3 to see how hard it was to play. I'm like, it's not that difficult.
Yeah,
You wanna use
it's
computer,
you can
rely
customize
on
it
PC.
pretty well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it doesn't bother me. Like, say Uplay, for example, or some other stuff out here.
That's
You know.
that can go.
That solid bloatware is always pretty strong, but
Yeah.
yeah, pretty hard. Well, Sarita, you already got an entire tour here. 20-minute tour of your experience. So we're gonna give you this share some talk time first here. All right,
Okay, I got a little bit of a list. It's not too many. I'll try to go through as quickly as possible.
Yeah.
One, Pokemon Go, Pikachu and Eevee. Yeah, I want to play that, hands down. That's something definitely. Kingdom Hearts 3, definitely going to be on the list. Soul Calibur 6, Metro Exodus. That's a good one too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that look good.
Oh, it looks sickening. I want to play it so bad. There is Shaq Fu, or Legend Reborn. I played that at PAX East. Shaq Fu was one of the games that I played so much way back when on the Sega Genesis. Man, I played the crap out of that game. And when I saw that PAX East, I was like, I need to get my hands on it. So I did all the smoozing. I had to throw the whole I'm a partner thing too at the same time. They're like, oh, really? Oh, here, sure, go ahead and play it. I was like, you know I'm gonna play this game because I really wanted to play it. So I linked up with them, and then I saw it on E3, and I was like, oh, great. So they're starting to come out because they never gave me a date that it was actually going to come out. So now I'm finally happy that I saw that. There was Dragon Ball Z Fighters. I think that was Dragon Ball Z Fighter. I thought that was coming. That's coming out too. I've been playing Dragon Ball Z on the side, the Xenoverse. Super Mario Party was one. Death Stranding. That looks. Finally, we got a little bit more into the story. I'm still confused.
Everyone's
we still
confused.
we still got more of a little bit of what's going on. I was
I'm
like,
scared
I was
of
with
that
them.
game.
I was with it almost until the end, and I was like, I was trying to figure out how to place, I guess the female that was in there. I guess she's dead, and she's helping him along the way, kind of like like a ghostwriter, but kind of like in front of you. And he's the only person.
From what I can tell, I
don't
think
even
that
know.
I think that it's a story about Amazon employees, and they're all outraged trying to deliver packages, up these cliffs. And it's rough.
Pretty much.
I got some cheat codes if you want them.
Right? There was a Resident Evil 2 remake. That was something that I saw that was definitely is going to be up my alley. There was a samurai game. It's called Ghost of Tsushima.
Yeah, Ghost of Tsushima.
Yeah,
it was
that
gorgeous.
Color palette. Holy moly! My eyes I felt like I needed to go find something to cleanse it because it was just like that was something bright and fresh and something that you don't see in games like that at all. And
That's
it was
from
a
the
really good
infamous
take.
people. Sucker Punch.
There you go. Right, just right.
Yeah, I loved Infamous. That's going to be an exciting one.
Telltale's Walking Dead, the final season. That's a good one too, coming out. There was Tunic. It looks it's like a really cute ish type of game. And I saw it and it reminded me a little bit of Dark Souls. It feels like that's how it's kind of set in it. It looks like in the set Minecraft-ish in that type of world, but it has Dark Souls. It feels like it has Dark Souls elements into it. There was Just Cause 4. That was a good one that I saw as a trailer. I don't know. Maybe I didn't get a chance to watch all of E3 from last year, but I was really confused about Devolver like in their presence. So
It's a whole saga you got to pay attention to. I was
yeah,
lost as
so I gotta
well.
go back and watch the other one because I remember the guy at the end. I'm guessing that there was like some type of interlaying story about it. So I should have. I didn't pick up most of it. She was funny. She was hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
The spokesperson was hilarious. But I'm starting to understand the games didn't really like draw my attention. There was a bullet hell game that they had. That was the only thing out of their whole kit that they had. I mean, I still gotta go back and play with.
I think it was like what,
Ruby.
My Friend Pedro or something.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah. My friend
Deadpool
Pedro,
the
that
game.
one. Right?
Yeah, they're definitely like not really as big on like showcasing the games during their conference. It's more of like a
Show.
Just a
like
spectacle.
a show.
Satire.
Now, they did talk about Warframe: The Sacrifice, and when it launched, I did play it. Let me tell you, I'm still recovering from the storyline. I ain't gonna spoil it for anyone if you've seen it, but it is really juicy. So you should go do it. I'm still
the
feeling
TL
some type
was
of way
lit
about the
earlier.
Division 2. Hopefully it'll work its way out.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking forward to the crossover for Final Fantasy and Monster Hunter, where Final Fantasy is going to get Rathalos, and Monster Hunter is going to get Bahamut, which is going to be super cool. I'm still waiting to figure out when that's going to happen. Dragon Quest 11, Echoes of the Elizabeth Age, Tomb Raider as well.
Yeah, that's another one that I
Not to mention
forgot.
that one. I already
Shadow of the
pre-ordered.
Tomb Raider.
Yeah,
already
I've got that
pre-ordered.
pre-ordered. How can
That
I
is
forget
coming
my
up.
girl, Laura? Yes.
I'm hoping a lot. Well, I have Fallout Shelter on the PC, but I think it's actually going to be on console. I mean, not console, but it's going to be on
Switch.
the Switch, right? Yeah, so that's going to come out. Obviously, Fallout 76. I know some people may not be like happy about the multiplayer on it, but I think it's going to be a good thing. I mean, to me, I think it's something that it would be really cool to build your community along with, especially as content creators. We can build together along with that and go on raids and whatnot. I do like that it is multiplayer, but I really wish that there would be something a little bit more where you don't have to be full on multiplayer. Like, it's really nice to do things by yourself because that's how most of Fallouts are. Like, you're the lone survivor. Like, you need to progress your storyline, but having friends does make it pretty awesome.
Yeah, the
Doom
scale of it
Eternal.
too is going to be pretty big. Like they said,
Oh,
it's gonna
yeah.
be like 4
Out
times
of
the
West
size
Virginia?
of like, you know.
4
That
times is
server's gonna be
Fallout 4.
trash.
Oh man, I don't know if I'm gonna play it day one, but I will probably try
If
to give
you
it a
played
go.
Elder Scrolls Online day one, that server's gonna be hella trash. But
Well, that was a
hopefully
different
they made
company
them
that
fix
they
that.
let them do that.
That's
game.
true.
It wasn't them.
Yeah.
There's Doom Eternal. That looked
Yeah.
that-
really good.
that-
Oh man,
that
that
one.
looked really, really good.
Wolfenstein.
Wolfenstein. Yeah, I haven't played Wolfenstein, so I can't really give like my 100% take on it. I've watched people play Wolfenstein, and that looks fun.
I was really surprised that they announced the Wolfenstein this year. I wasn't expecting it, considering that the game came out. You know, that was a pretty quick
Last
turnaround.
year.
Yeah, it was a pretty
Yeah, they
quick
did
turnaround.
like a VR game and a side game with his daughters.
But that's what's coming
Yeah.
out now. Yeah, like a,
Then there was Nier Automata as Become as Gods. Like, so that's the DLC for it. I loved Nier. Oh my god, it was so good, so fluid. The combat in it, to me, I just loved it.
It is, yeah. I need to get back into that.
It's a breath of fresh air because especially I love Square Enix games, and that was definitely one. Cyberpunk 2077. I thought that looked really good. I love like the steampunk, or not really steampunk, but like I like futuristic games. Games like that just makes me like think of what it is going to be for us later in the future and how they give it a grit look to it, and how everyone's either cybernetic or they have some kind of alterations to their bodies. To me, that looked amazing. I thought that the Gears pop also looked kind of cute. Like they brought in like the pop figurines for them for in Gears of War.
yeah.
Cuphead's gonna have a DLC.
I saw people
I'm kinda
complaining about that
Lord.
too, and I was like, "Why are you complaining about the game?" Like people were like, "Well, this is going to take another couple months, I bet, for it to come out, and we still wanted our online co-op and blah blah blah." I'm like, they're hand drawing the game, like
Right.
the DLC is being hand drawn. Like
So
frame
it's
for
gonna
frame.
take-
yeah, exactly. Let them because there's only there was only two of them that actually create 100% created game. One was
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
They were
That's
doing like
very-
they were hand drawing each panel and then watercolor for the background. So it's like someone's painting the stages literally.
like right.
Like,
So I
it's not
mean, you
gonna come
gotta
out
give
in
them
like a whole 3 months. It's,
Oh,
it's,
not gonna
it's gonna
happen.
take some time.
Devil May Cry 5. That looks promising. It looks pretty promising. And there was one other game too. I can't remember. I want to say it was either Crackdown. I mean, I might just buy it just because of
Terry Crews.
Terry Crews, because that actually looks quite fun. It
Yeah.
looks really, really fun. And there
I
was
think
one
they
other
pushed it
game.
back too, didn't they?
I think
I'm
they
so
did.
tired of seeing Crackdown. I just wish they would just release it. I'm
Well,
tired.
it's funny you mentioned that because of course it's during that release date that you just mentioned earlier. You know, the
Mhm.
Armageddon of 4 games dropping the same day. You had Metro,
Sheesh.
Crackdown 3, and Anthem dropping the same
You already
exact.
know I'm going
Someone-
straight from bro.
Someone's
Isn't that
gonna have to
crazy?
move that date, I think, because it's kind of ridiculous to have
Yeah,
all those
last-
games coming.
And last but not least, Battletoads. I don't know. I
Battletoads, right?
played. Battletoads
Battletoads.
was difficult. Like,
It
whoa.
was. That's why I'm like,
Yo,
why are
that
people
thing was
like hyped about it?
Because I hope it brings that complexity of how difficult it's going to be.
Yeah.
Battletoads was one of the hardest games you could play back then.
And people speed run
Right.
that. I'm like, yeah, you had to be like on the right frame at the right second in the right spot just for you to complete. I think I can't remember what's part of it. It was like towards the end of the game. That was difficult.
Yeah, it's one of the hardest
Behemoth. I'm
ones up
sorry,
there.
not Bahamut. I meant Behemoth.
Yeah, well, that's a pretty solid list of titles you're looking forward to. I think it's a good list too.
Yeah.
Oh, Sarisa, you're back.
Yeah, sorry.
Welcome back. I saw her thing go down. I was like, wait.
Yeah, they meant to get you, Allie, for all that Ubisoft slander earlier.
Listen, they don't. I never sleep.
The fans
I
is
always
coming.
give them props. They got that marketing. Like when it comes to E3, like it doesn't matter who hosts or whatever. Once they get their strategy together, it's just like on point. It's just like you're always entertained. You feel okay. The only thing they didn't do was like do a surprise game, which we wanted Splinter Cell. Was it Splinter Cell? No.
Yeah, I think people that Splinter Cell was going to show up there, and it didn't.
Yeah,
So
like
it's-
that was anticipated for Ubisoft, but they didn't show it. So, I mean,
I would give them credit that I was expecting them to like kind of push their games that like didn't have the best start as hard as they are. Like
Mhm.
For Honor is getting another push still, but I thought that game was going to be dead. But apparently they're still like trying to put more life into it, so that was surprising. And then of course
Yeah.
Rainbow Six, had like a rough start too, and it's already kind of like blown up into a solid competitive scene now. So they seem to be like more focused on sticking to their games a little bit longer compared to like just shoving out a new one every time. So that's cool. I'm cool with that. I think that EA had a rough conference compared to everyone else.
I think they got a rough conference because they were first. If it was Bethesda and then we saw EA after, it would have just been in like the fold of things. Because Square Enix conference wasn't even all that great, to be
Well, yeah,
honest.
well,
All they had
Enix-
was
yeah,
Kingdom
They
Hearts.
revealed so much already. I feel like.
Yeah,
there
like
wasn't
they
much
had
for them
Kingdom
left.
Hearts and other things.
They
but
didn't
it
even
was
show
just
the
like-
Avengers game they were working on either, so everyone was really disappointed because Square
Just
Enix
like,
was
why you
Might have
here?
forgot about that.
yeah, like they Square Enix was working on that Avengers game and they didn't show any of that at E3, so everyone was like,
Any
"Where is
idea
it?"
what that's going to be like?
I have no idea because they've shown
That's right.
because we've got no poster
They'll
or
show
like promo or anything. So that was
There
pretty
were
disappointing.
only 2 games that EA did that I wanted, and that was Sea of Solitude and Unravel 2.
Oh, yeah.
That was it.
Mhm.
Yeah, Unravel.
And it was really strange that because Unravel 2 they announced like is out now like the same day. And they're like it's already working, it's already out. You guys can play it. And they had a really awkward demo for it. Like the trailer for the game looked way better than the demo did.
Yeah.
They had so many like cool like
Mhm.
little scenes in there in different worlds.
Oh, is that the little cute game with a yarn?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's that one.
I
Like
never played that one. It's on my wish list. So
the demo did not do it justice when it came to showing off the gameplay. Like it could have definitely stuck with the trailer, and I think it did better considering that it came out that day, so it's not like you have to wait for it.
Yeah, and they kept doubling trailers. I didn't know why they kept doing that. Like it was weird.
It was really weird. They had like those. They had hot mics on too.
Yeah.
So it was like, so people were like, "Yeah."
I forgot about Ori and the
changed
Blind
your-
Forest.
Yeah, Ori's
Yeah.
good.
I really like that game. Microsoft. Was that EA too?
That was
I
Microsoft.
have it.
Yeah, that's Microsoft.
Yeah. That game is really good, and it had a great showing on Twitch when it came out too. So I hope it really does keep its momentum with that. So I like that game.
I think that as far as like the conferences go, I give Microsoft some credit because even though they don't have as many games coming out this year, I do think that this is pretty cool that they actually announced the studios that they bought up. Like having 5 studios all working on different titles. It may not show off, when it comes to right now, but in time for next gen, when they need first party support, if they have some brand new games out, I mean, getting a studio like Ninja Theory is a pretty big deal because like Hellblade was a great game. They have a lot of momentum right now, so them being able to pick up a studio like that and then bringing them into the Xbox fold is a pretty big deal.
They had a lot of them, didn't they? They had a lot of different like game companies, or I should had like merged together into their fold, right? It was like about what 5, 6, maybe 7?
They had 5 studios, and one of them was starting from scratch. So they're actually starting a brand new studio, which you don't really see happen very often at all. So that's gonna be pretty interesting to see. And actually, the guy who's hitting that studio was the head behind Tomb Raider, the remake.
Yeah.
So he's leading the team for the new one. So I say they had a pretty solid showing with what they showed off. And then, of course, Devil May Cry 5 was a pretty good announcement. Capcom's kind of on that comeback now. Right now, they got some solid titles between Resident Evil 2, Monster Hunter, which is gonna be hitting PC pretty soon, and then yeah, exactly.
Is there a date for that?
I'm ready.
They said like November.
They said it was like fall or like October, November or something.
Oh, and they put some of their games on PC, like Yakuza
Yeah.
and stuff.
The Yakuza series, yeah.
Yeah, and I think that's a real big deal because like people are like,
But
"What?
that was
I can get
Sega.
that for $20?" Yeah,
That's
Sega.
yeah.
But
Yeah, so I said
I
that's
low-key-
a pretty solid show.
yeah.
I think that we got a good year overall because there were a lot of solid games with actual gameplay.
Yeah, I mean, I always say there's always a year where it's not that great, and then we wait till Gamescom or PlayStation Experience, and they give us a little bit more, like of what's coming for like because I don't know, it's something about like that. I feel like it's always like the third year or something like that. Like there's always like a year where it's like, it's okay, like. But
I'm also wondering if it's this slow because like they're getting ready to reveal new consoles at some point.
So my theory right now is that we're gonna get the console announcements next year, and they're gonna drop at fall 2020.
That's why I'm like holding off from getting
I
the Pro.
think
That's
that
why I
like
don't want to get the Pro.
because people like I just see Sony and Xbox. I'm like, there's no way they're gonna pass up on this 2020 date. There's no way like Xbox missing out on XX as a like release date. I just feel like it's not gonna happen. So I think like fall 2020 would be the days like. Because that would make it 8 years from the console release for the original console. So even though it feels like we kind of just hit the groove with the games we're getting out right now, I feel like we're going to probably be at that point where, like, say Last of Us 2 and, like, Elder Scrolls or something like that. They'd be like the last big games. Like Cyberpunk might come out like at the end of the generation. And then like Cyberpunk will be the last big game kind of like hitting current gen. And then they go to the next gen and remaster everything again. At some point, but that's my bet anyway. Is that we'll see an announcement next year at E3.
I mean, a few games had like said 10 years, so I was like kind of sketched out. I was like, well, okay. Like I thought we stopped
Destiny 2.
I thought we stopped that, but I mean, I think Division was one of them as well, and I don't remember, maybe Cyberpunk. I don't remember the other one, but I know for a fact, like they were like, "Yeah, you want to keep going for like a few years." I'm like, "Girl, I feel like this is going to be a short generation, just because of how technology is just picking up, and I'm ready and excited because video games."
You can't wait to play
Even-
$40 for the game you already paid for.
Even
Yeah.
the indie games are like surprising. Every year we get like some indie games that just come out of nowhere and knock the hell out of us. So I'm always excited.
Yeah, I'm excited for the indies. I do think that we're like, especially for multiplayer games, like if a game like Anthem comes out and then like there's an Anthem remastered or something like on next gen a year and a half later, and you got to pay another $45 for it to be able to play with the community. That's gonna be rough. Like, you know, that's gonna be a little bit rough sell. Division 2, of course, doing their thing. I like the summer setting, whatever that they're doing with it. You know, you get to see kind of like the transition from wintertime to summer and how that kind of affects the world. But gameplay wise, looks like it could have been an expansion.
You know, one thing I straight up forgot to mention too was Assassin's Creed. Like, I still need to play Origins because I was pretty hyped for that, but the new one that's coming out looks pretty cool too. Something else that they had brought up about that was there's going to add romances, and you can romance either gender. So any character that you're interested, you can romance, and that's pretty interesting. And I'm already loving all the people mad about it. You can stay mad. You can stay mad at the representation.
Yeah, I think
mad about Ellie kissing a girl. I'm like, did y'all not play the DLC?
I guess they didn't.
Exactly. They're like, well, they made Ellie gay. What?
She been gay.
Been gay.
Go play the first game.
That girl and everything. She like.
You don't even need to play the DLC to know that.
it's really strange that like they were really upset about that scene, but not like, you know, Ellie like slowly chopping someone's head off, you know, in the camera. But
It's always like,
you know, like just really silly. But yeah, Last of Us, obviously it's going to be a good game. I feel like it's kind of hard to not be hyped for that one. But yeah, it's probably a bit of ways off as well. I mean, as far as Sony's conference, really, I don't know how many games are actually dropping this year. Like we got Spider-Man that's coming out.
you got Spider-Man, Tomb Raider, Spyro.
Yeah.
Don't forget about Spyro.
But they kind of shut off their big games, but then I don't think any of them are
really
coming
it.
out until next year.
Yeah, it's next calendar year basically.
Yeah, so but
It was so weird to see Kingdom Hearts on Xbox. Was that weird?
It was weird.
It was so weird.
I was
So
like,
it's
I
a
know
little
that.
weird,
That's why I was
but I'm excited that other people will be able to experience the amazing story, and that's the only reason why like it doesn't really make me too salty
They
about
still
it.
have
Like it's
like-
just weird because I've grown up with
It
it
was
on,
so
on PlayStation.
weird.
They
but-
still haven't gotten the collections though. That's what's tricky.
Yeah,
I
that's
don't know
what
if they
I'm
ever
saying. I was
will.
like, what's the? I was like, you're not.
that has been
I don't-
I don't think
surprising
they
to me.
will.
I felt like they were going to release some kind of collection, you know, at least a couple months
'Cause-
beforehand, so that they can
Yeah.
kind of get back and play other
PlayStation's
games.
getting that all in one with 1.5, 2.5,
With
2.8,
three.
and 3.
On
Yeah.
top of that, like
For
I feel like that's just doing a
$100.
disservice to them by just giving them 3 and not giving them. They're gonna be so lost. They're gonna go in the game and be like, "Who the hell
Who
is
the hell?
Namor?"
Yeah,
No.
that's
You know
right.
why? Because they know
It's just
Xbox players
Aquaman.
still got their PlayStation 3. Anyways,
Wow, the shade. Okay.
I mean, isn't it funny that like PlayStation 3s are still selling? Like people are still playing PlayStation 3s because they're catching up on games because you know next gen games are now like widespread, and Xbox was the leader back last gen, so it was just like now people are going back and getting PlayStation 3s, and I mean.
I
I'm
will
down
say
for it
that
'cause
like
I was a PlayStation 3 baby.
I've been really happy
Hi.
with Xbox One's kind of like backwards compatibility because
Yeah.
a lot of games that I don't feel like digging out a disc for, I can just hop on and like, you know, get them in the higher quality as well. So
Yeah.
I'm hoping that
Even
both
God of
consoles-
War. God of War made people like I saw so many people playing 1,
Yeah.
2, 3, whatever the rest of them is.
Section,
Yeah.
all the PSP
And I was just
games.
like, yeah, and it was kind of like, wow, y'all still got that. I'm like, I'm not getting no damn PS3. I had that when I was in the 5th grade. I'm kidding.
Yeah, they
But
get
it was
that
just like-
HDMI splitter for streams. You gotta get
Yeah.
that to play right.
But
Yeah, I got
mean,
one. What you trying to say, Denny?
I'm just saying that
Look, I got my converter right over here.
that I hope and pray that next generation they'll both be backwards compatible and we have to, you know, carry
They
around,
need to.
you know, 4
Come on
consoles to be
now.
able to play the classic stuff. You know, at this point.
Like that's nobody. That just irritates me.
We're-
I
we're in
heard
the
they
digital
said
age
they're
now.
working on PS Now because of
Yeah.
the complaints that they
Well, they
have
need
with
to.
PS Now and
Working on doing
whatever.
downloads
Yeah,
instead of
yeah,
just-
they're
You can
working on
download it instead of
downloads.
streaming it because the streaming is
Yeah.
inconsistent. Like your internet goes down, you're done. Like you in the middle of a
Yeah.
boss fight, you already screwed yourself. So
Like, to be honest, I don't want to stream anything. Like I want to
No,
like have
I
the
wanna
option
own it.
to like like especially if I already have like the content like.
Yeah, like when I
just
heard
run me my
about it,
game.
I'm like, I have all these games already. Why do I have to pay for?
I've heard so
why do I
many.
have to
Yeah.
rent it to play it when I already own it on my account?
Because that way, at least you have a way to like set up so you can hold on to everything, and you don't have to worry about like, one console breaking down on you one day, and then suddenly you lose access to all those games. So
Yeah.
Yeah, but at least like when you use PS Now, because I tried it, I'm like, okay, I still have access to all my save data. That was it's in the
Yeah.
cloud, so you just get it on there and then continue wherever you left off
that's true.
on the last time you played it. So
Though I do think like as far as Kingdom Hearts go, I think that it's a big mistake for them to just release 3 and not give them the rest of the games because they're gonna be so like I said, they're gonna be
that's
so
pretty
lost.
rough.
There's gonna be all these
Like, I
characters. They're
literally
gonna have
laughed.
no
I
idea
was
what's going on.
Yeah.
So do you
Yeah,
guys do you guys think that Kingdom Hearts will ever hit the Switch? Do you think it'll
Yeah.
ever-
I mean,
I think it is.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I think it
I don't know
is.
if y'all saw this, but if you follow the Japanese Square Enix channel on YouTube, they're actually doing recaps of the games in
Mhm.
video form, and they'll do it in English. So I think that's just what they're gonna do, and not give them the game.
That's gonna be like
That's like only having
hours,
access to
2
like
games.
that's like only having access to like Metal Gear Solid 3 and no
I
other
mean, it
games.
depends what they're trying to do with the demographic. Because if you want to
'Cause-
bring this new generation in, hell yeah, you got to put it on the Switch. Because
But like,
girl, they don't know nothing about nothing.
One thing I noticed from like all the Japanese developers is that when you mention the
Yeah.
Switch, they're like, no, it's not.
Like they're gonna probably have to reintroduce the remaster, all the other games, and the new one.
but I think the problem
Maybe
is
you just
'cause
have to
when
wait
they
and
put-
see to see how other ported games do that have been added to the Switch, how successful they are.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I don't think Switch will have a problem. I think the reason why they're really hesitant to put games on Xbox because not a lot of the Xbox owners buy those games, so they end up just
That
not
is another thing
selling.
too.
Like people, they were mad at Insomniac for not putting Spider-Man on the Xbox. Like, well, did y'all buy Sunset Overdrive?
Y'all too
No.
busy buying all those Halo
They're
games.
too
You don't want
busy
to buy
buying
the
the damn shooter
RPGs.
games
Like,
and shit, but y'all don't want to buy something different, and then be mad when you don't get nothing else. That's your own fault.
Well,
I just want
think
to say
it's
I
a
have
mixture.
Sunset Overdrive, and I have Sunset Overdrive, but
I
I
know.
also have a PlayStation. But
But you bought it, but like a lot of them just don't.
I mean, so
And
for
then maybe the
me,
same one's
I
mad.
think that
Yeah.
the strategy for Xbox going forward here is Xbox Game Pass. So at this point, they're not really
Yeah.
trying to sell on like the exclusivity. They're mostly focusing on the subscription based model.
Yeah.
Like you want to be able to play a game day one, you can try it out without even having to like spend $60 on it, and you can play it on PC or console, and everything else kind of works smoothly. So I think they kind of found their lane for that now. Like not trying to
yeah, and I
ask
think that
people
works
to-
out for people who have more than one console as well, because now you don't have to like, oh, should I get this game on PC, PS4, or Xbox One? It's like, well, I already got the Game Pass. They're putting it on the Game Pass. I don't really have to get it on here.
That
or
money,
whatever,
that money
you know?
adds up, especially when it's
Wow.
like, fall season and all those games start hitting at the same time. I don't have $60 to be shoving out for every single game that I want to play. Like it gets rough quick. If we wait for a good sale, good sale, something like that happen, and it's not always easy. It's kind of balance out with the game you want to play first, and so I think try a game out for a couple days. See if I even want to go that far into it. I'll definitely choose that kind of model over, shoving 60 to being disappointed.
I did that with I have Origin Access. It's like $5 a month.
Yeah.
I tried out that garbage Need for Speed. I was like, I'm not buying this.
oh Jesus! We don't talk about that. My beloved
got-
racing series.
If you want to play Unraveled, Chani, they have it on there.
Yeah, they have it
you
on
pay
there
the $5 to play Unraveled 1, and you get the discount on the second game if you like the first game.
Ooh, yeah, I'm gonna have to look into that. It looks cute. I totally forgot about it. I had
They
on
have
my
like
wish
Dead
list when I
Space and
saw
things
it.
like that.
Yeah.
I forgot
Yeah,
about
they said that-
Sea
they
of
need to-
Thieves.
Oh, DLC.
So like Sea of Thieves. I mean, at this point, Xbox Game Pass, though. That's all I can say. Like,
Yeah, that was
just get it how you live out here.
Yeah, what Base said though,
Right?
about Midnight Club, bring
Midnight
that back.
Club.
Bring Midnight Club
Oh,
back.
man.
Bring back Burnout. Bring
Yeah.
back
I would love a new
Racer,
Burnout game.
like-
I'd be totally down for that. Skull and
But are
Bones did
card
look
games
interesting.
selling? I'm just asking for a friend. Are card games selling like they used to?
Not really, because they're just not as good as they used to be.
They're not as
Honestly,
good.
like the crew, the crew looks cool.
Trash.
But it's just like
All we've got is Mario Kart.
it's like there's nothing grabbing me
Mario
to
Kart is
play it,
consistently good. You're right about that.
Well, there's this
because
game
that's the only
that
one that's consistent.
came out. It's out on the PS4 right now. Here, let me go on YouTube. It's like
Was it a
like roller
futuristic or
derby
something?
kind of type.
Oh yeah, I got
Like
that. game.
Motorstorm Apocalypse type game.
Oh, okay.
Like
I
where
mean-
you
I got it.
work as a team to like
that
defeat
one.
each other. I forgot what it's
They
called.
did show off like the new Forza and like the weather effects and like the seasons.
Ooh.
It always
Yeah.
looks nice though.
'Cause I
I'll
don't
give
wanna
them
drive
that.
in
Forza's
snow.
amazing.
It did look
It
good,
is.
and then they announced
It-
they're going to be doing something
Forza-
else. They
That
bought the studio
community,
too,
okay, so I played Forza once on Twitch, and let me tell you, that community, they really know their cars. Like I don't drive, I don't even have a car. They were like, "Hey, girl, what car do you have? You know, you gotta hook up the engine to the." Da-da-da-da." Let me get out of this directly because it's not ready.
You are ready.
They were ready, and they're car lovers. I always wondered because I used to talk trash just like everybody when it came to E3. I'm like, why y'all got a Ferrari on the stage? Like, what is happening? But it's really their market, like for real. Like meeting those people changed everything. So when it came up, I didn't say nothing this year. I was like, oh, it looks nice, like because they have. I guess they got like the whole more, the car club looking at them and stuff. But yeah, like they know their cars. They have these cars, and it's crazy. It's really crazy.
I did think it was interesting that like they announced that they're going to be doing something else with the studio, like using that engine and stuff, because they're one of the studios that Xbox bought. So I imagine that they might be using some of that tech for like a new Fables, maybe if the seasons and stuff. It make more sense. So kind of cool to see what they do with that at some point. But yeah,
Okay,
So-
the game's called On Rush. That's what
On
it's
Rush,
called.
yeah. So I think what Spawn just said too was like we need more arcade racers, like because the sim racer community is like overall decent, like they're
Yeah.
doing all right
Yeah.
now. It's
Yeah.
just those arcade games, like we haven't seen a Ridge Racer since that horrible PS Vita installation that we don't talk about.
Ridge Racer
that
fell
was-
off
just don't
hard.
even- they just I don't know what they're doing.
They used to be like Ridge Racer and Gran Turismo, like every other
Ridge Racer
other-
Unbounded,
Yeah.
like bruh. Bruh. Give me my drift. Give me my Tokyo drift, please. Like,
Oh.
just give me my drift.
I got a
mechanic
game called
back.
Wreckfest, but it's not out on console yet. It's on Steam now in like beta, and it's really good. I was playing it, and I was really shook at how much game. But it's basically like Demolition Derby. They even had like a lawnmower.
Oh wow.
Cha. They even had like us trying to tip over the lawnmower, tip over other people's lawnmowers and stuff. It was really funny. It's multiplayer as well, and I was just like, this is really good. But it's not out on console yet, which I feel like it will do better on there. But yeah, probably check it out. But it's like $50 apparently. But I don't know.
Yeah, the thing with the crew too, I hope it's better than the first one because
I hope it's $30.
I played the beta for the first one. I got in the. I'm like, these handles are terrible. I can't drive.
Oh yeah, they
Like,
were. They were.
bad. I'm like, I'm not buying this.
I mean, like I like when games like have a concept. It's just that they want you to like show about the money for them before they even flesh out the concept completely, and then you're just like, oh yeah, that would have been a great idea. If you had worked another 2 years on it. The crew felt like that for me. You're like the concept, okay, I understand, but then
That was cool.
the execution is not.
Oh, what did you guys think of Trials?
I mean,
Trials.
it's trials.
The new one.
it's TJ's face is how I feel right now. Just
The only thing that came to mind was like YouTubers are gonna love this because of the whole clip thing that they had at the end with the whole montage of them having fails. I was like, that was actually funny, but yikes.
yeah, I mean, we saw a lot of variety in games. I'm glad they gave some of the indie games some spotlight. We mentioned Sea of Solitude earlier, and that was a really cool moment to kind of see like off script compared to some other stuff we saw this weekend. But I think that for the most part, we're all some pretty cool indies because it happens. There were a couple of them during
Overcooked too. Woo.
Yeah, some people are excited
Yeah.
for Overcooked 2, yeah. There are a couple of things during the PC gaming show as well that were kind of okay. But
Mhm.
I'd say...
Oh, that one battle royale with the stick figures. What's that?
I don't remember what it was called.
Rapture? Something with a rapture?
Every time I hear battle royale, I just get tired in my soul. Like I just.
Well, I feel like you have to
I
make
love me
fun of
battle
it
royales,
now.
but I just.
But the thing is, it's the flavor of the past like year and a half.
It
mean,
is. I think
last time it was
been-
zombies.
There's just so many fragmentations of it. It's just like it's hard to find the.
Yeah,
really
you
good
know,
ones,
Filthy
like-
casual.
The Culling
Yeah.
2, and then you've got like, you know, every BR. I mean, like, see, the thing for me is I don't mind the BRs being in main games like Call of Duty or
Mhm.
Battlefield because I just feel like it's just adding another mode at that point.
It's gonna
So,
it's
like,
gonna
who
be
cares?
polished a little bit.
Yeah,
better,
you know, it's
too,
like
yeah.
at that point, it's not like it's like changing the identity of the game. You know, you still have your story
Yeah.
mode, you have your multiplayer, your team deathmatch, and then you want to get something different and play BR for a little bit. Who cares? It's
I'm
gonna.
not
I'm
even
not
It,
gonna
have
lie.
the
Like I'm
story
straight
mode.
up thinking about it. I haven't played a Call of Duty game since like the original games, and I'm really thinking about getting it this time. I'm debating it.
yeah, I mean,
You
like
got me thinking
especially
about
if either one of those games shows up on like Game Pass or something like that too, I'll definitely hop on there. Like, why not? But then at the same time, you know, for me, it's more like when the games that aren't anywhere near BR genre start throwing a BR in. That's when it gets weird. Like, you know, Realm Royale right now, for example.
Mm-mm.
Well, Hyros usually does do like mock-ups of other stuff. I mean, they have like a MOBA-esque game because of League. They had like a
Their
What's that?
Overwatch,
Paladins?
thingy
yeah.
because of Paladin. It's like they're like the knockoffs. I'm not gonna say they are, but it's just like what they kind of do. They kind of like undercut. I'm just saying. I'm sorry.
The funny thing is, I think
I like
Paladins was out
Hyros.
before. Paladins was actually out before Overwatch, I believe, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, before Overwatch was actually out. I think that Paladins was out first. I remember playing.
Yeah, I feel like they had their beta and stuff going. Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. I feel bad for saying they're the knockoff. I don't mean that. I do
I
like
mean,
Hyros. I feel
it's
like they
on
make fun
Switch.
games.
She didn't mean that on camera, guys. It's okay. Alright.
It's on Switch, so you can play Paladins on your Switch and not Overwatch. So there you
I
go.
mean, like, the market will get oversaturated, and there'll be, you know, too much spread out with people, like... The thing is that, like, when you have other main games having realistic VR content, then a game like PUBG gets overshadowed because it's pretty much in that market. I don't think that Fortnite will really have a problem because it's cartoony and you got the joining and stuff. Like, there's not really going to be much of a comparison there. But for, like, Battlefield
you just-
5 and, like, PUBG, though, I
Yeah.
feel like that's going to be rough for, like, the PUBG market because it's pretty much the same thing, just smaller scale. So those keep popping up. There was one announced at the PC gaming show that's like 1,000-man BR or something like that, which is like ridiculous.
Yeah,
Or,
and it was
like-
like 400. So like what?
Yeah, like you can.
So we're just gonna be constantly dying and requeuing.
it's like
It's everybody gonna be
it's,
dying.
it's like a massive map, and you have like it's like 5-man squads and 1,000-man BR. You just playing the game for like 4 hours, I guess, because that's what people want to do. So like,
Not
I
4
just want
hours.
to. I just want to see that loading time trying to get in there. You're gonna be
4
sitting there
whole
for a
hours.
while.
Nah.
You have enough time to go like make breakfast, go cut the lawn, go trim the hedges and everything,
Yeah,
then
make
come
some
back and
coffee.
then you
Oh, I
just
got
now
flash bet. Let me
just
just go ahead and take a shower real quick, and I'm gonna go
Nah.
make dinner, and I'll be back
Right.
by the time y'all win.
Go get
I
the, kid,
feel
go
some
get the
type of
kids
way
off the
about
bus.
Battle
and
Royale,
everything.
because of Fortnite, I don't get to play Paragon anymore. My
Oh,
one MOBA,
Um,
my one MOBA I played just got shut down. Like, oh, sorry, we're making more money off this. So
The
get your
one
shit,
that,
pack up, and get the fuck out. And it
right?
damn.
yeah,
Yo,
you know-
I went
you
to
knew
the
it was
launcher,
real
and
when
they
they
were straight up like, "We're leaving the page on there, so it's easy for y'all to uninstall." Like,
oh
that was
man.
cold blooded.
They're like, we are
Yes.
offering refunds in case you. My friend just dropped $200. on that game. Got all his money back. I just dropped 20, and I was like, look.
You know it was real when they were like, you guys can just go ahead and use the assets. Here you go. Just put them all online for
They
them.
making a Paragon too. People are using the assets to bring the game back, and I'm all
Yeah.
for it. I will play it because I can't play Smite with my brother because he's in the Navy and he hasn't gotten his room yet
No.
in Hawaii.
Wow.
So I only play Smite with him because I don't like going in by myself. No.
Bring back Lawbreakers, lol.
Isn't that an open beta? Or something?
No, that's dead.
They tried that.
That's gone.
That was that Radical Heights or whatever after that too. And
No, like I recently heard that they're trying to bring it back as open beta or something.
No,
I mean, unless they could get
that's
like more
gone.
than one usable character, because when I played, everybody had the same character. I was just like, I'm trying to be cute, and y'all all look like me, so no. Like it was
That's
just
important.
not working out. Right.
And kick ass.
You know, it is really strange. Like now that we're talking about VRs, it's really strange that like there are so many VRs that offer so much customization, but you still ain't got no like Afrocentric hair except from like the big fro and then like the baby fro. And I'm like, I'm over here trying to rock a flat top, and y'all ain't got a flat top. Like I know you see these flat tops. I know you see these twist outs. Like, come on now.
Well, of course not. You can dress as a giant chicken, but if you want to,
I'm mad about gigantic too.
You're asking for too much.
Oh
You know.
Let's talk about it.
It's true.
All right, so we got about like a solid 5 minutes or so left in the show because we have been going for about 2 hours now, which is impressive. Time flies.
It's true.
But yeah, so I'm gonna go around. You know, let you guys kind of like tell the stream. You know, a little bit about what you guys have planned for the rest of the week. You know, and we're gonna go around. Start with Chani. You know, what do you have planned for the rest of this week?
Ooh, what an exciting week. Okay, so yesterday we started streaming for charity. It was awesome. We had a lot of support. We are doing Death Garden because that is in closed beta until, what is it, TJ? The 26th? 26th. So we are trying to do some of that. I tried to do that yesterday, but I could not get in a game. Could you get in games, TJ?
Yeah, it's had a little bit of a wait, but I was able to get in some games for overall. I got into
I
5.
couldn't, so I'll try a little bit tonight, and I figured, well, I'll definitely try on the weekend. So I'm gonna play
you guys
that
could probably
one
play
weekend,
together. You know,
see
at some
what
point. If you can.
What's that?
Yeah.
You guys could probably team up and play.
Yeah, we should. So I'm gonna keep trying to play that, and hopefully over the weekend there will be more people playing on it, and the loads won't be so long. Like literally last night, I ordered Jimmy John's over my phone while I was waiting for a game. They came, delivered it, and I was already eating it, and I was still waiting for a game to start. So yes. After that, I was like, all right, we're switching over to Dead by Daylight. So we're gonna continue doing that, and then we're gonna do some Dream Daddy, so you guys can decide who we're gonna romance. We're gonna try to go another round.
No bias, but you know, Hugo best daddy. That's all I'm gonna say.
I don't know. I'm gonna let the viewers decide who they want us to romance. So we're gonna do some Dream Daddy, of course, Dead by Daylight, and what else? I'm forgetting. I don't know. I'm forgetting something, but yeah, just focusing on raising money for the Trevor Project. This week and all month long, so a lot of fun games.
Yeah, it's been awesome to see you guys all raising money. We actually, with the last donation that Afro did earlier, we hit 2,300 now, so pretty awesome. Really proud of everyone involved. You guys keep up the good work. You know, make sure you guys check out.
Just head spearing. I told everybody we need to match Shams.
Like
Let's go.
He had
We need to match him.
quite the motivator. Okay, I don't blame his community. They got on that real quick.
They were. I was so like, I'm being serious. I was very surprised that happened that quickly, and I was not expecting that. They're like, oh, you didn't like, because I was like, wait, because we didn't hear the alerts go off, and I'm like, okay, let me go fix this. And then I told them what was going on. I look up back at the screen, bam, it was already there. I was like, okay. y'all need to let me get there first so we can test the alert so we can go
Get ready
on.
to get that face beat.
Yeah. Oh,
I was like, you better go back glue.
trust me, I know. Oh, I already got the little sticks. I mean, not
I
the
want
little
to
sticks.
see this. Make sure you add me on Twitter because
I will. Well, I have to beat this mug the day before so I can actually get it look somewhat okay, and then take it all down and then be able to do the transformation on stream. So, yeah, it's gonna be interesting. Anyway, Johnny, go. I'll talk more about it later.
Make sure you guys check out Chunky. You know, check out that VOD. You know, he had a good time on Alien Isolation as well. Really quality highlights.
I still gotta go back through that game too.
It's good. Let me know if you stream it because I will totally watch.
Yeah, it was
Watch
pretty
you
amazing
scream.
to see.
It just makes my stomach upset thinking about it.
Okay,
Dude, Jenny
so
got a good clip of me playing Don't Knock Twice. Oh my god.
yeah, that was
Ruin my controller.
that was quality.
That controller was gone, and that was out. I popped in the stream, and all I saw was the controller flying across the room. I was like,
Oh
Lord.
gosh.
Resident Evil 2, here I come.
Yeah, that's gonna be priceless. I'm
What do I
looking
do
forward
that to myself? I need to get like a heart monitor and show it on the stream or something.
Oh no.
Yeah, I don't think I'm just being extra over here.
All right, so TJ, what do you have planned for the rest of the week here?
All right, so for the rest of the week, we're gonna be doing a few more streams of Death Garden. I've been really enjoying Hunter and playing a bit of Runner with some friends of mine, and I'm really liking where the game's going. It's still got some tweaking because it's unbalanced. Doesn't mean it's bad. It's just unbalanced. DVD had kind of the same problem when it first came out into beta. It was pretty imbalanced on one side in comparison to the other, but I like where the game's going. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. It might end up being one of my main games. After that, Sunday, we're going to be playing some Mass Effect 3. We're going to check out some of the romances for LGBT Pride Week. So I'll be the one wrapping it up. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's actually one of my favorite romance mechanics as far as BioWare goes. It's one of my favorite romance scenes in there. So, and then Monday, I go back to Dark Souls. So, you know,
That's
falling
romantic.
off cliffs,
Right
trying
there.
to do Bloodborne mechanics in the game that's much slower and dying simply because of it. So,
I was gonna say, I think you played them in the wrong order.
but see, that's where people got me fucked up. So, I wanted to play Bloodborne first because I already had it. So I was like, you know, this is fun. I'm liking it. And then people were telling me that, you know, well, Bloodborne's harder than Dark Souls. So I was like, okay, maybe I'll have an easier time. And then I tried to do the roll, and that roll, like the iframes were like,
Yeah.
so
Were you fat rolling a lot?
I was fat rolling a whole lot. And
Yeah.
I started as Pyro, and I said, no, I rage quit, and I started over as Sorcerer. 'cause
Yeah,
I needed
TJ's face when he found out that
I
he'd been
was
putting all
done.
those points into intelligence and he does nothing for his build.
I was
Oh,
so
like-
mad.
Everyone's
So-
like, you know, you've been leveling up intelligence and it does nothing for this build at all,
Ooh.
right? And he
Man
just
had me
quit.
fucked up that day.
He quit and started a new character. It was
I
rough.
was done. But yeah, that's what I got planned coming up. So
Yeah, that sounds pretty awesome. I'm sure you guys, make sure you check out TJ and show him some love. I'm gonna start plugging you guys in chat here as well. But yeah, so Reza, what we got going on this week? You know, besides stunning them no shades.
Well, past couple of days I've been coughing and sniffling, and I think I'm getting over it. But it's getting to that point of this month where a couple of these dating sim games are coming out that I want, and I haven't played one in like 2 or 3 years. So I've been like itching to play to romance some pretty anime boys. So that's what I'm probably gonna get into lately. But I do need to finish. I have so many damn games, but I do want to play some scary games that I've been avoiding from the beginning of time. And Titan keeps telling me to play Dark Souls and Bloodborne, but I keep telling him no. But I may cave in. I know I shouldn't, but I may cave in and play that.
if not Dark Souls, at least Bloodborne, because Bloodborne is.
I
take-
tried
Bloodborne,
it's much
yeah.
easier.
I
It's much
tried
easier.
it, and I thought I was good, and like some new dude popped up and like stabbed me in my back, and I was like, nope, turn this shit off.
Do Bloodborne and Neo. You'll be fine.
I played the demo or beta or whatever for Neo. I'd probably play that. I had an easier time with Neo than Demon
Yeah,
Souls,
you did.
Dark Souls 2, Demon Souls, Dark Souls 3, and Bloodborne put together. So I don't know. I have to figure something out. I don't want to break my controller. $60 down the drain. I can't do it. Mom be like, what
Think
the
about
hell?
the money, and you won't break the controller. Guaranteed.
There
Just
are.
think about
There
that
are.
money. You think about, ooh, I gotta get like that for $70 more. No,
Like I was playing Budokai 3, I had to turn that off because I was a god as a kid because I can't do this shit no more. I can't play the game anymore.
There are controllers,
Trash.
there are Nerf controllers that are out there on the market now. So if you
Hard
throw
to find
things, it was at, I think it was at PAX. I saw one at PAX. It was like just about the same price as a normal controller, but
I'm
it's
about
for
to find
people
it.
who get frustrated and they want to throw it so you don't break it.
I'm gonna have to look that up. This is my BS game controller.
See, now you don't gotta worry about breaking the controller. Now you gotta worry about breaking that window or breaking that door
Oh,
or
God.
breaking that wall.
And I'll throw down. Down.
All right,
That's
so Allie, what you got going on for the rest of the week here?
I got a lot. So I like to try new games. So I'm like in this space just being variety that I'm not really sticking with a game for a while until like something poppin' really comes out. I am gonna stick with Sims 4 Seasons because I love the Sims series, and if you guys ever see me play that game, it's really bad. I got drugs, everything. But
Damn.
Lord.
Well,
It's
it's a
in the
Sims,
game.
yeah.
I literally made it. But I'm gonna be playing the Sims 4 season. That comes out on Friday for me. I'm not a game changer. And but I'll be playing some other stuff, like Wreckfest, Esports Manager. I'm probably gonna try Blazes Blue, but tonight I'm also getting into the whole Warframe thing. So tonight that's what I'll be playing, Warframe. I started yesterday.
Just make
Pretty
sure
nice for Melted Power Rangers. It's pretty okay. But-
I'm not gonna spoil nothing for you. I will help you if I'll be there.
yeah, beautiful community. And yeah, so I usually use the summertime because I like to jump from directory to directory because the kids are not as stressed in the summertime because they're out from school, so they won't troll you as hard, you know. But, you know, they're not stressed from all the tests and things. So I usually
I didn't even
do
think about that,
summer
but yeah, I guess you know maybe a little
Yeah,
bit more
so,
time outside.
But yeah, so if you catch me on Variety, just link my stream, Twitter, everything. You can say hi to me on Twitter. I'm really nice. And if you want to play a game with me, I'm also free to play games with people because I love playing games with people. That's my thing. So yeah.
It sounds good.
I don't like scary games, so please. And I heard there's a Clown in Dead by Daylight, so that's canceled as well.
So what you're saying
So
is
I'm
that we
good.
need a donation
So what you're
goal
saying is
so
we
that
need
you
to
can
gift it to you.
Yeah, we'll make sure that you play the game. It sounds like.
I was squirming at the Resident Evil trailer, and I played it on GameCube. And I knew as soon as they showed the face, I was like, "Oh my god!" But I was like, "Hell no," because I can't do scary games. I don't know. My heart has changed. I can't do them anymore. So, anytime about donation go, I don't know about that. But other than that, we're a fun community, and yeah, I love hanging out with the Cookout. Thank you for having me, Denny. Appreciate it. And nice meeting everybody. I know Shaman and a few others, but yeah, don't be strangers.
Oh, we won't.
Yeah, you don't have to tell us twice. You know?
Not at all.
You already know I'm always in that Discord.
Yeah.
All right, so Sham, you're leading us out here. What do you got planned for the week?
So for this coming up weekend, I will be streaming Final Fantasy 14 for the Cookout. On Saturday, I will be on the front page for Pride Month from 1 to 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time Zone, or from 10 until 12 Pacific Standard Time Zone. So hopefully we can raise some more money for the Trevor Project. I'm really looking forward to doing that. I'm playing out of my directory of playing Final Fantasy 14, so I'm going to start playing some other games like Warframe, pushing The Sims as much as I can, especially on Sundays, Sim Sundays, because they really, really want that. And one thing that just happened recently is that I just got a sponsorship from TeePublic. I will be doing some merchandise super soon. So
Okay.
we just got off the
nice.
phone yesterday,
Congrats.
and I'm just like floored. That's like the first company that have ever like reached out to me and did that. So I am like super happy for it. Other than that, that's what's going to be happening. I'm just making sure to watch everyone that is on their front page time, because sometimes people are a little crazy. So you got to add some people to that list.
Balance
So,
it out.
Yeah.
Sam, I think Liz is asking what time zone you're in.
Oh, I am Eastern Standard Time Zone, so I think that would be minus 4 or 5.
Yeah, and if you guys, we'll post up some more information as well. I'm sure I'll tweet it out to you for both the Pride events, but also for like front page times. We can get them to come together and go check out Jam as well during the event. So make sure you guys follow the Twitter and all kind of thing to keep yourself posted. I'll put that in chat to you here. Well, yeah, that's awesome. Glad to hear. Well, yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. I mean, you had an awesome show. You guys were amazing guests. You did a great job.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for having us.
seriously.
Thank you.
It
It was
was
fun.
I had a lot of fun. I had
Thank
a lot
you.
of
This is
fun.
my first panel. It was a blast. Thank you
Yeah,
guys.
it's been
Oh, there'll be
a pleasure.
more.
Yeah, of course. You know.
I love the layout. It's awesome.
It is.
Oh, kind of put everything together, and I'm glad everyone got able to make it, and show some love. We also raised money for a good cause, so it's been a great show. And I'll be putting this up on YouTube and everything else. You guys can watch the VOD if you came in late for the show as well pretty soon. So thank you guys all for checking it out. But that's pretty much it for us. Hopefully we'll see you guys showing up and showing some love for a few more people soon here. I think Alexis is already on, so we're
Yes, she
gonna
is.
probably drop her a raid. So she's going, for the Trevor Project pretty much the rest of the night. So if you
Yeah,
guys
let's do
wanna
it.
join me for a raid, we're gonna go and hit up Alexis for that in a minute here.
Yeah, thank you guys all for watching. Thanks for coming and hanging out with us.